What's up, Knicks Nation? Boy, the Knicks lose another tough game on the road last night to the Cleveland Cavaliers. We're going to talk about why this third quarter possibly is the worst third quarter in like 10 years. We're also are going to be asking you guys a question tonight whether or not Mike Brown, does he have the answers? Does he have the answers to solve the Knicks problem? Did we make a mistake? And the Knicks just have admitted something that really confirms all of our suspicions. And honestly, are we doomed for the postseason based on what we just heard? And then, of course, I really didn't want to talk about this. And it always happens by accident. But Stephen A. Smith does it again. He just makes some ridiculous comments. Or I wasn't even looking to listen to it. I just happened to scroll by and I see a clip talking about Stephen A. Smith and the things he had to say about the Knicks. So we're gonna talk about that this morning on the Blue and Orange Brunch Show. Welcome to the show. I am your host, Karan Pierre, the Objective Fan. And I'm straight out of Kings County, New York City's finest. And you know the vibes. Tell a friend that we live, man. Welcome to the show. As we unpack the the debauchery of last night's bad performance. I don't want to say I told you so, but I couldn't guarantee you a victory. But before we begin, big time salute to everybody who's in the building early. I see everybody. Continue to smash that like button on the way in. That's the first thing we got to do. The first order of business, as always, is the like button. It's very important that we let the YouTube algorithm know that this is the place to be in the afternoon. I'm going to give a big time salute to L Figgy in the building. Maxine, the super producer. Mellow Mike. All right. Big time salute to my man Grady High School. I see you in the building. All right. And we're going to continue to smash that like button on the way in. Also, while you're at it, you might as well subscribe because we know that well over 60+% of our viewers in the last 28 days, you guys are just not subscribed. So help us close the gap. Once again, so we can let YouTube know that this is where the place to be in the algorithm. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers, and the next milestone is 5K. And we have of course, the exclusive 5K giveaway. We will give away this Jalen Brunson rookie trading card to a subscriber. No emails, no subscriptions, no phone numbers. All you have to do is subscribe. Help us close the gap, and we're going to give away some really cool stuff. Big time salute to everybody in the building once again. I do got some announcements before we start. So I believe we're about like 20,000. I like numbers like that. But we're about 20 subscribers away before we get to 3,000 subs. So that's pretty cool. You know, I know the next milestone is 5K, but 3K is a great starting place. We also have achieved the 600,000 view mark. We actually achieved 300,000 views in like the last month or two. So we've been growing and moving pretty fast. So big time salute to you guys for once again rocking with us and helping us grow. So all the liking and subscribing and sharing has helped. And yeah, we do appreciate all of the support. It goes a very long way. You know, we're independent content creator channel. And we work hard. And twice a day we're here. And listen, man, the stuff I gotta dispel on the internet is just phenomenal. It's out of this world, the things that I see people say in this sporting world. So let me just get my ducks in the row. I'm gonna start. We're gonna start talking about the third quarter. I think this is a great place to start because it's gonna tie into some of the things that the Knicks have admitted about themselves. And it's hard to be optimistic when our goals are so high. We're talking about finals, and our window is so short in terms of time that it's I don't know. It's crazy, And then we could also revisit this question too because it also goes in hand to hand with what we're going to be talking about. But last night I pitched the question because I felt like this is the sentiment of a lot of Knicks fans. Like we're taking certain things for granted, and do you really believe that you're the best team in the East right now? Forget the playoffs. Playoffs are not here yet. We know that's a different monster, different animal. We still have a chance to win. I'm not discounting that. But do you honestly believe in your heart, mind, body, and soul that this Knicks team is the best team in the East? Do you really believe that? Because I do the Knicks intentional. By the way, Friday, it would make game 60, I believe. Yes, Friday would make game 60. So over the weekend time, we will be doing another Knicks in 10 show. I'm waiting for the Milwaukee game to conclude before I give the angle for that show. But do know that show is going to be a very powerful, telling show as to where we are as a franchise. And, it's hard for me based off what I see and the numbers, but what I see to say that we're the best team in the East right now. Can we be the best team in the East is also the better question. So how about we shift it to there? Do we have the potential to be the best team in the East? And does Mike Brown have the answers? But I'm going to touch on this third quarter. We talked about the game last night. If you missed it, we did a nice little late night where there's smoke, there's fire. See, I don't hide my hands, ladies and gentlemen. If win or lose, I'm going to hit the button. Where there's smoke, there's fire, and only time I don't hit the button is if it's a game like, what was that game we just had? Chicago. You're supposed to beat Chicago. That's not nothing to celebrate. But, if we lose a tough game to a good team, why not? But this third quarter has to be one of the worst third quarters or worst quarters I've seen in a very long time. To all my Coach Tibbs people, now I'm not asking for Coach Tibbs back. Relax. All right, but Coach Tibbs, I don't think we ever lost a quarter like this. Knicks turn in the season, and maybe I'm jumping the gun on that, but because we had some bad stretches under Coach Tibbs. It's just, you have the Detroit game, and then now we have the Cleveland game, and you have a quarter like that. See, it's not about the loss. It's not about the loss. It's about how you lose. That is always going to be my problem. You should not have a quarter ever where you score 11 points. We've seen all 5 Knicks starters drop 20 in a quarter before. And now for them to only put in 11 as a unit, something is off. And when we get into the discussion as to what was said, it's going to blow your mind. All right, so I'm going to start here. Then typically I start the show doing the round of scores from yesterday. We'll do that after. Anyway, so welcome to the roller coaster ride that is the 2025-26 Knicks season. I mean, a lot of high highs and low lows. The ride beginning with the free fall from all-time highs. That's facts. Post the Eastern Conference Finals firing of Coach Tibbs. And Coach, this is going to be a consistent theme going forward, y'all. This is going to be a consistent theme going forward, unfortunately. And that's just the way that the ball bounces for us. The Knicks haven't quite been the same ever since. And even though even though 8 players from last year's rosters are back chasing the title this time around, the group in orange and blue looks unrecognizable. The third quarter in Cleveland may have been their worst in the last 3 years. See, this is where I got that from. You know, I added some sauce by saying 10, but I read this article and it said 3 years, right? Because I don't remember on the coach. Now I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I just don't remember having a quarter like this with Coach Tibbs. Okay, I just don't. I really don't. So the worst in the last 3 years, it was certainly the lowest point offensively for a team that's taken its slumps, adapting to Brown and his coaching philosophies. Those philosophies were supposed to generate quality offense and give birth to the types of aggressive defense capable of consistently creating transition opportunities. Now, one thing I'm going to say, and this is something that I said last night. The defense wasn't a problem. The defense is not a problem. To me, the defense is not a problem. We held this team to 109 points last night, right? The Cleveland Cavaliers only had one 30-point quarter. That was the first quarter. Ever since then, we pretty much did a good job. Their second highest quarter was 26, which just so happens to be the fourth quarter. And we actually outscored the Cleveland Cavaliers 29-26 in the fourth quarter, but to believe it or not. But I think a lot of that had to do with the bench coming in with a lot of energy during garbage time. So to me, the defense was good. The Cleveland Cavaliers were averaging 122 points in the last 10 games. So we slowed down their offense. We did enough to win the game. We just didn't bring it offensively. So the defense was fine. And then, oh my God, when we get into these comments, I can't wait to get into that part of the show. Anyway, but we got to talk about this quarter, right? Now, here's something that I want to introduce to the fold. The 40-point quarters seem like a lifetime ago. The Knicks managed just 40 points in the second half against the Cavaliers. They shot 10 of 37 behind the arc that night. 11 points ties the Knicks for their second lowest scoring quarter since 2020. It is the fewest points they scored in the period since acquiring Karl-Anthony Towns and Mikal Bridges. So what do we think about that? But I'm gonna go into the 82 Nights Club because I'm gonna get the stat on the 40-point quarters, and I'm gonna tell you the last time we scored 40 points in the quarter because I keep track of that stuff. You know, by the way, while I'm doing that, I do want to let you guys know, the 82 Night series, right, which I'm getting ready to reference right now. We have the playoff edition to this. It's called Game Night. We're accepting pre-orders now. Now this is going to be for a limited time. I'm not, so you guys got to get your orders in now, right? Because by the end of the month, that's it. I'm shutting it down. So whoever places the orders within this period of time, you will get your 82 Nights journal, okay? Now, the playoffs are upon us, and this could be the year. So you definitely want to document history. Go get yours now. You can pre-order it, and also shipping is free. There's no shipping costs, all right? And so go take advantage of it, all right? Before the time is up. But I'm gonna tell you about the 40-point quarters. So let me actually go inside to the page so I could give you the exact time. So the 40-point, at one point, I'm not sure if it's still true now, we led the league in 40-point quarters, right? The last time we had a 40-point quarter was, this was a minute ago. Wow. No, okay. We did have one against Portland. So Portland, that was the 30th. That was last month, right? About a month ago. But if you want to look prior to that, the last time we had the 40-point quarter was against San Antonio in a losing effort. That was December the 31st, New Year's Eve. So we've had two 40-point quarters in the last 2 months. Now, I said that one of my predictions was that the offense was going to reemerge. And you know what? I'm going to put this on the screen so y'all could see it. one of the things I'm going to say about the offense is it's kind of, while it picked up, it's kind of slowing down. Let me go to the full schedule. I'm going to jump back into research mode so y'all can see this. But let's go down. So when you look at the last stretch of games, like let's look at the last 16 games. Last 16 games, our record is 12-4. That's another thing that I have an issue with. Like, people try to act like the season is over. We're still 12-4 in the last 16 games. So it's not, these fans, they really just, anyway, because we still could go on a nice run. If we win the next 2 games again, are y'all even going to remember the Cleveland game? Especially if you ain't got the 82 night series. Are you going to remember what took place in the Cleveland game? Seriously. Like, it's wild to me. But so the offense, right? Look at the offense in the beginning of the stretch, right? Let's start. I'm going to start Brooklyn. 120 points. 112, 103. We got wins those games. I take it. But scoring slowly, it kind of slowed down. But then we go on a run. 119, 127, 112, 132, 134. I'm like, yo, the offense is coming back. It's coming back. That's why I predicted that we'll go on a resurgence. Then Detroit comes, 80 points. Then we go back up against Boston, 111. I take that. A 137-point loss to Indiana. We lost. The defense struggled this game, but we'll take that. Philadelphia, 138. Oh, man, the offense is back. 111, which is bad because we lost, but I take 111. Then, and we're going to talk about this shift later, but then this happens. 108, 105, 109. These 3 games counter the stretch that we've seen before. Because if you look in the stretch before, we may have a game where we score under 110 points, but it wasn't back-to-back. But then we go on this stretch here. And I'm going to talk more about this stretch here, but, can you guys see it? Sorry. This stretch here where we went 108, 105, 109. Just want to make sure you guys can see it. All right? Now, let me also do this really quickly because I like to start the show off by doing this. I just want to look at last night's scores just so we could see exactly where we are and where we're going. All right? And then I'll take some calls. All right? So, of course, we know the game in question. Knicks get blown out on the road. 76ers beat the Pacers. Nobody gives a damn about that. The Pacers are clearly tanking. Hawks blow out the Wizards. Nobody gives a damn about that. The Wizards are clearly tanking. And once again, this impacts us because we have their pick. And then now we got to wait till next year. So after we get screwed and we don't get our pick, next year they're going to rectify tanking. And then with our luck, it's going to be when we need to tank. Mavericks, Nets, nobody gives a damn about this because the Mavericks claim they're not tanking, but both of these teams are probably tanking. Now some games that we could care about. The Thunder, they beat the Raptors. Once again, no SGA. Let me tell you something. This kid, Casey Wallace, this kid's a serious player. If I'm the Knicks, I'm looking at how to get a kid like this kid, Casey Wallace, is nice, man. And I don't know if the Thunder are going to be able to afford to keep this kid. So we got to start looking at if we're the Knicks, we got to start poaching and looking at these other teams' talent. So, and this is impressive, once again, without SGA. Hornets, Bulls, nobody gives a damn about this game because the Bulls are clearly tanking. I mean, they start Yabusele. That's a whole nother conversation. But the Hornets, man, dangerous. I'm not going to say dangerous. I'm going to say that they're playing a lot better. The Bucks and the Heat, nobody really gives a damn about this game. But the Heat, they still managed to blow it. And I actually got to watch this game because I'm doing scouting for Milwaukee, unfortunately. Warriors and the Pelicans. Nobody gives a damn about this game, but the crazy thing is the Pelicans actually beat the Warriors. What's going on with Golden State? The Celtics beat the Suns as the Celtics cement themselves as the official clear number 2 seed in the East. Will we catch Boston at this rate? The Timberwolves and the Trailblazers, 124-121. We kind of don't give a damn about it, but the Trailblazers are in the play-in situation, so these games, they were really competing. Lakers and the Magic get a narrow win against the Lakers, who don't play no defense. But I'm curious to see what happened in this game. I didn't get a chance to check this game out. But that's the scores from last night. As far as tonight, the Knicks don't play. So we get 2 days off, thank God, so they could forget about the nightmare matchup. But tonight, we do got a doozy, Pistons fans. And by the way, we will be doing a show tonight. So we're going to keep an eye on this Pistons-Thunder score tonight, all right? So I'm interested to see how the Pistons rebound. And if the Pistons lose 2 games in a row to Western Conference teams, do we think that they fugazi? Where are we going with the Pistons? Saying that just to irk them because I know they're watching. The Spurs versus the Raptors. That's another serious game. Raptors trying to redeem themselves after getting cooked. We'll see what happens. Warriors, Grizzlies. Nobody gives a damn about that game. Kings and Rockets. Nobody gives a damn about that game. Cavaliers and Bucks. Ooh, I might have to watch this game. Yeah, I'm going to definitely watch this game. 100%, because I got to scout for the Bucks. Celtics, Nuggets. This is going to be a monster game. I'm definitely watching this game, right? Unfortunately, we have to root for another team to beat the Celtics, but hey, we need to catch ground on the Boston. So I'm praying that they lose, and I don't like Boston, so I hope they lose. But that's the scores from around the league. I'm definitely going to take some calls, but we got to get these likes up first, y'all. Continue to smash the like button. All right, we do not have enough likes. All right, big time salute. We know that there's 100 like minimum. So if you just joined the show, smash the like button. Let me take a peek at and see who's out there. All right, hold on. Big time salute to L Figgy once again. I see Maxine. Okay. Okay. Stephen Castle's the cheat code. I see. Salute to Darlene in the building. I see you, Darlene. Salute to Eric. Is that Eric, the Philadelphia fan? I debated somebody from Philly already. I don't need Philly. I'm going to debate Cleveland. Anybody knows anyone from Cleveland or Boston? I want to debate them. Matter of fact, the Cleveland fans would probably feel more confident because they got a little win last night. I want to debate the Cleveland Cavaliers fan. 100%. But yeah, we talking about the Knicks shocking hot comments. I'm going to get into some of them as well in the midst of taking your calls. And then we also got to address this Stephen A. Smith dude. Oh, my God. Once again, why do I even watch the clips? But continue to smash that like button, all right? Also, subscribe while you at it, because we know that at least 58.8% of you guys are not subscribed in the last 28 days. So help us close the gap. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Also, while we're on this stream, let's get past 3,000 subs, right? Let's shoot past 3,000 subs. And the next milestone is 5K, where we have the 5K giveaway, where we'll give away this rookie Jalen Brunson trading card. So all you have to do, once again, is subscribe. No emails, no phone numbers. Help us with the algorithm, all right? We have to let YouTube know that this is the place to be. So if you just joined, like, subscribe if you're not. And if you are a subscriber, consider joining the channel, all right? Big time salute to everybody in the building. We do appreciate you guys and your support. Oh, I forgot to talk about this yesterday. We just got the mugs as well. So we got 2 new mugs. If you are a fan of the Blue and Orange Brunch Show, you can go check out the mugs on my link tree. The link is in the description, all right? And all you got to do is go around to the merch section. We got This Week Inside the NYK mugs, and we got Blue and Orange Show mugs. So if you're feeling the show and you love to have a cup of Morning Joe, go ahead and go get you one of these mugs. And you can even gift it to fellow Knicks fans, because they will appreciate these mugs, as these are for all the fans. It's fan-inspired mugs for fans, okay? So definitely go check these mugs out. I keep forgetting to share these. My bad. I know Maxine's going to be mad about that, but we all good. So let me see. I did get some callers in the building. Let's see who called up. 646-995-8389. Call up if you want to voice your opinion. We're talking about these Knicks, and we could talk about the game last night and anything that's current with these Knicks we can discuss. Keep the calls coming. 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. If I miss your call, I will call you back as well. All right? My brother's not ready. Hopefully he'll call back, and we'll get him on the line. Let me just make sure my phone is correct. Okay, cool. It's good. Good. Let me try my man D from Los Angeles. I know he's going to have some interesting things to say. Big time salute to everyone who's watching us as well. Hey, what's going on? D from Los Angeles. Where we going this morning?
First things first, I got to give Stephen A. Smith credit for being able to make $1 million, and I mean $1 million career as a sports analyst who does not watch sports. That's crazy. I just got to give him props, because to be able to fool an entire planet and call yourself a sports analyst and make millions on the biggest sports network on this planet is a flex of all flexes. He ain't watched Knicks basketball since Carmelo era.
Right.
I don't even take that seriously. But I do got a question for you, though, or like kind of just conversation, right? So
100%. Let's go.
Especially this season in the East, I'm not really looking at the wins and loss column. I'm just looking, the foundation, how we're building, and how realistic this play style is in expectation for a championship, right? I expect us to leave the East, to get out the East and make the finals, just off this roster, right? Will we win the championship? I would love us to, but the West is, whoever comes out of the West, I have to respect as a really, really good possibility of winning the championship, because it's a dogfight out there. But I would love us to
100%.
win. But let's say we do not win and we don't get Giannis, right?
Oh, God.
So,
Wait, whoa.
Right. Okay, hold on. And I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to tell you why I'm saying this. That is the reason why I am so specific about what I'm watching with the Knicks this regular season. Because I'm not just looking at it from this regular season. I'm looking at it from the perspective of, okay, is Mike Brown at least showing this roster is able to actually build a championship on? Because it is possible that we don't win a championship and we don't get Giannis.
Oh, God.
Right? Okay, so based on what you're saying, you are basically writing it as Giannis is a Knick.
Yes, and wait till you see the next line of merch I got coming.
Yo, don't tell, bro.
Hint. God damn it.
Got
what
you.
are we talking about this afternoon?
Gotcha. So basically, I was just kind of bringing that up just to point out what I'm looking for specifically this season. I'm not just looking at it off this season alone. It is like, yo, Mike Brown, we're going to be with this roster for a while if these certain things don't happen. Because if those things don't happen, we got to go into the next couple of seasons with new competition, telling ourselves that we're going to win a championship. You know what I'm saying? So the overreactions that people are doing, I'm like, but to my point about the couple seasons coming, if we don't have Giannis and we're not able to deliver this year, at least showing that we can win a championship with this roster under this coach, those are the things I'm looking at. And those are the things that are making me like, yeah, I'm not comfortable with what I'm seeing. It's not just based off this season. But I would love to hear what you got to say about Giannis and, the Knicks not winning it. I got you.
I will respond after the call. I got you.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time. Yo, let me tell you something. If we don't win the championship and we don't get Giannis, I'm spooky in the woods, y'all. Let me tell you why. As much as we love Jalen Brunson, I don't think he gets much better than where he is right now. He is already elite. He is him. Him and Cade are the two best guards in the East, 100%, hands down, undisputed. The difference, though, between him and Cade is still getting better. Cade is young, man. He's only 23 years old, 22 years old. He's still got another 4 years of development. Once you get to 26, 27, that's usually when you're in your strongest prime. Brunson's about to be 30 if he's not 30 already. You don't get better at age 30. Now, I'm not saying Brunson's going to be cooked. I think Brunson could sustain his play for like the next 5 years. But beyond that, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. So I think that if we don't win the championship or get Giannis, we're doomed. Because you don't have a roster that's getting better, and you're in the Eastern Conference where other teams, I'm telling you right now, if the Pacers get a top 4 pick, I wouldn't be surprised if the Pacers come out of the East next year. If the Pacers get one of these kids, whether it be Boozer, Peterson, if they get one of these kids to put with Pascal Siakam, Halliburton, and Zubac, remember, the kid gonna come into a situation where the kid ain't got to be the number one guy. He already got 3 other guys that could play. It's scary, y'all. But keep the calls coming. 646-995-8389. Call up. If I miss your call, I will call you back. I do got to take care of my channel member. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. Bias to my channel members. If I see them in the queue, I'm gonna get them on the line because they support the channel. What's going on, L Figgy? Talk to me. Where are we going?
It's a mess. It's a mess, Karan. Salute.
Oh my
Salute
God.
to the chat.
Let's go.
Last night was a straight up mess, and I don't know where to begin, man.
Man, let's try with do you think Mike Brown, does he have the answers to solve our problems? And we got many problems, but do you think he's the guy, he's going to solve them?
This is what I think. We had to part from Thibs. Everybody who's still talking about Thibs, we miss Thibs. I know this for a fact. If Thibs was still our coach, we wouldn't even know who Mohamed Diawara was. We would not know how good Kolek had gotten. We would not have seen growth there either. We would probably see even less of Landry Shamet. So this is what I know. We had to move on from Thibs. But was Mike Brown the right choice? That's the question.
That's the question, right? Well, hold on. That's a mystery to me. That's the question right there. But okay. Okay, so go ahead, continue.
No, last night was a complete mismanagement of the team. I compare us to like a Frankenstein team. Great potential on paper. Look at what we got. Jalen Brunson, I would say probably top 3, top 4 point guards in the league. We got Carl Anthony Towns. If you were listening to Kevin Garnett's podcast the other day, he even said when he played with him and again, one of the most talented players he'd ever seen, best big shooting guard, whatever in the league. You got OG Anunoby, probably top 3 two-way in the league. Not a lot of guys can do what OG does. OG's special in that way. OG, the way he defends, stays out of foul trouble, and can shoot corner threes, those guys are not falling off of trees.
Right.
But then we got some problems in our starting 5. And I'm going to start with Mikal Bridges. I'm sorry, man. This is not what we signed up for. Look at the box score last night. Just to get 18 points out of him, how many shots did he take?
Yes, a lot. Like 17. God.
20. I think
20, right? Oh, God.
Okay,
I'll pull it up, but it was up there. It was around that. Oh.
And let me ask you something, Karan. How does Josh Hart have twice as many touches of the ball as Cat?
Exactly. It made no sense.
When Cat is 5 for 5, when Cat is going 5 for 5, Cat in the last 3 games before last night has shot over. He had gotten over 20 points per game. Cat has the most double doubles of any player in the league.
Yep.
And up until recently, Jokic, I think, just beat him for most rebounds. I think he's right about, but up until recently, Cat had the most rebounds. Yep. Why is Josh Hart getting twice as many touches of the ball?
It's a mystery, man. And apparently, Figgy, it's a mystery to Mike Brown. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that in a second.
you had Josh turning the ball over, Mikal turning the ball over, dribbling off his foot, and then pounding on the court, mad at himself. Come on.
Yep.
What is going on?
For the record, Figgy, it was 17 shots from Mikal. But go ahead.
Is it 17? Okay, I'm sorry.
That's fine. It's in the same ballpark. 17 to 20 is the same.
17 to 20 shots, and
right.
Look, I get it. He's not the first option on this team like he was in Brooklyn, But we go from a guy, we traded for a guy who was averaging 25 to 30 points a game. We need more production out of him. We just do.
100%. 100%.
And I'm getting sick of his disappearing acts. It's too much already. Josh Hart would not be in a starting five in any other team in the league. And coach kept going back to him last night.
10 seconds.
Yep. 100%.
You know? And I'm not, the jury's out on Mike Brown, man. I think he is, it's almost like he wants to be friends with the guys on the team more than he wants to step up and be a coach. And look, man, he just might be in over his head with us.
That's a good, Figgy, great call. That might be the case. And it's a sad truth that as Knicks fans, man, we just may have to face, and it's sad. And I hope we could turn it around. We're hopeful, but man, Figgy, you on the money. I appreciate you, Figgy. Great call.
All right. Thank you, man.
Big time. All right. Knicks Tape Madness Discord server channel member in the building. Big time salute to all the channel members. I do appreciate y'all support. Oh, I forgot I messed up, channel. My bad. I had an unfiltered thought. I forgot to drop it. I will drop it after this show. If you don't know, Unfiltered Thought is a video series that I do for channel members. All right. Let me take some more of your guys' calls. Keep the calls coming. By the way, these are the rules for the call-up show. All right. So each call is 3 minutes. All right. When you hear the let's go, you go. And then when that buzzer, when you hear that, that's when the call stops. All right. And then we also have the $5 callback. This is for all the new people that don't know the rules, just to let you guys know. And then I always forget to promote the $5 callback rule. So that's why I'm trying to make sure I share this with the people who don't know about this. If you are triggered, you can call back. Hello, caller. State your name and where you calling from. And turn down the background. Rules for the call-up show. Can you hear me? Turn down the background. You are on the air. Okay. They weren't ready. All right. That's no problem. That's no problem. But keep the calls coming. I was looking for this. Yeah, 646-995-8389. Even though we got to come up with another name. It's not the wake up call no more. Also, we got to continue getting the likes. Let's see where we are in the likes. Oh, not enough likes, y'all. Before I take another call, we got to get the likes to at least 100, man. What are we doing? As you enter the show, you got to let YouTube know this is the place to be. Continue to smash that like button. We got a lot to talk about today. Wait till you guys hear what Mike Brown says about solutions on this team. It's going to blow your mind. That's why I'm asking the question. Do you think Mike Brown has the answers? We're going to get to more of that, but continue to like the button. And I got the smoke for Stephen A. Smith as well. All right? I got the smoke for Stephen A. Smith as well. 646-995-8389. Call up. But we got to get the likes up, all right? We got to continue to smash that like button. It's very, very important. And, yeah, we cook it with hot grease. That's another thing I forgot to do. I forgot to add the cooking sound. I got a couple of sounds I keep forgetting to add. My bad. It's a lot going on, y'all. But while we're waiting, we got to get the likes up. I do appreciate everybody in the building, though. Thank you guys for rocking with me. This is the Blue and Orange Brunch Show. And we have a hardcore rule, 100 like minimum, with a goal of 300 likes every show. All right? Hello, caller. State your name and where you calling from.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, man. I called you from my other number and it didn't go through. It's Moses. I'm using a different number to call you.
Okay, now it's not that, brother. We get a lot of calls, my brother. But yeah, what's going on, Moses? And you're kind of low, so you got to make some adjustments, man. You talk louder.
Let's go. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're a little low, but go ahead.
What I'm saying is this, man. It's like, bro, I say, man, listen, if we don't pull our acts together, man, I think getting Giannis might be the next move, man. Because
I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh. Go ahead.
because, bro, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Like, I don't think Cat and Brunson fit together. I don't think together well together as a player, as opposed to, for some reason, it went well. So I had to bring this up before Cat got here. You know what I'm saying? When Brunson and Julius. Remember when Julius was here and they was playing as a team ball?
I don't know, man. I mean, they didn't win the NBA Cup with Randall. They also didn't win. They didn't go to the
Yeah.
Eastern Conference Finals. I don't know if I could say it was better when Randall was here.
I mean, no. Remember, people forgot. We could have went to the conference finals in 2024 if it wasn't for the injuries that we had.
I don't make injury excuses, my brother. I don't do injuries. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. Me personally, I don't.
But anyways,
I don't care about
let's
what could
fast forward.
happen. I deal with what does happen. That's just me, though.
Yeah, but listen, let's fast forward. Listen, if they don't go far this year, man, bro, you're going to have to make some adjustments, bro. Seriously, because this should be your year. And the fact that Cleveland got James Harden, it looked like we can't even beat Cleveland now because Harden is there. You know, so my
I wouldn't
advice
say
is
that. I wouldn't say that. I don't think Harden
I
makes
would
them
prob-
unbeatable. But go ahead.
But why they in a crazy winning streak then?
Well, I mean, they just won some. No, I mean, they lost to the Thunder, so they weren't on a winning streak. But they were, they had some soft touches. They're a good team, but that doesn't mean they could beat us in the playoffs. I still want the smoke with the Cavs fans. Cavs fans, let's debate. Let's get in that war room. Let's go. Go ahead.
Man, listen. Like I said, Harden got to prove to be in the playoff, bro, because they Harden be choking every season in the playoff, bro. So, like I said, man, if we can somehow get our acts together, man, and start playing well, and I don't know much about Jeremy Sohan. Like, has he been effective lately?
Sohan,
I know.
To me, I don't think he could play with Mitchell Robinson. I think that's a mistake. So that's what we're dealing with right now. How do you play Sohan?
Yeah, I don't know. Like who they gonna who I heard they might get rid of Mitch.
10 seconds.
I mean, but then again, how important Mr. Robinson is to this team. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, let me say this last and I'm gonna off the head. If this team don't go far this year, bro, you got to get Giannis. I'm sorry to tell you. Thanks for taking my call.
Big time, Moses. I appreciate you. Hey, I'm glad he's on board. I've been telling y'all about Giannis for like the past damn near 2 years now. Now, we need Giannis. You see how consistent I am? I remember one time we blew somebody out badly, right? Salute to Mellow Mike. I'm gonna mention my man Mellow Mike too. One time we blew out somebody bad, right? And then somebody asked me, do you still want Giannis? I said, we could win 2 championships. Still want Giannis Antetokounmpo. There's not a world where I don't want Giannis Antetokounmpo. How about that? Let's start there. So I'm the most consistent dude you'll find. I don't vacillate. Nope. I stay the course. I stay in the middle. Because if you stay in the middle, then you can move step right and you can step left. But if I stay on the right side and now I need to get to the left, it's going to be impossible to do that. But welcome to the Giannis train to all the people that want Giannis now. I've been telling y'all about that. Hello, caller, state your name and where you're calling from. Can you hear me? Yes.
Yes,
What's going on,
my brother?
What's your name and where you calling from?
All right, my name is Trey. I'm calling from Queens.
Big time to salute the Queens, man. So where you going? There's a lot to talk about this morning.
Right.
Where you want to go?
I want to go with this. I'm done with Mikal Bridges. There's inconsistency, that little sloppy fall away jump shot that he abuses. I can't deal with the shit. Number two,
man.
we gotta go through Cat way more. Brunson, I've been noticing when you share the ball more, we've been winning. That hero ball, we don't need it. My boy OG. I like OG. I really do. But he's got to be more consistent. In the big games, he's a no-show. 1 for 5 from 3 every time, bro. Yep. Hopefully Alvarado, because this team, we need some pause. We need some balls. Pause. And this inconsistency, this little play around diva shit, it ain't gonna cut it. You was right. 2 years ago, you said we need Giannis. I thought you was bugging. I owe you an apology. But now we done fucked up. And you know what? We still got to do.
Watch the language. Watch the language. Too much swearing. You feel me? But go ahead.
I'm a little upset.
Keep the energy, though.
Yeah, I'm a little upset because we keep getting washed when it matters, you know? It's that Cleveland game. It's like, yo, where's the heart at? Tibbs brung the heart, but Tibbs was running the players through the ground. Mike Brown, he's playing the players, but he's just too cool. He got that funny look on his face. That's why niggas don't listen to him. He just looked funny. And When
Like he
you
don't know
had
what the hell going on. Yeah.
yeah, my fault. It was something else that you brought to the table that I forgot to touch on. Pause.
Okay.
Damn, I forgot. Overall, off the bench, I like Shamit. Shamit has to play more for Mikal Bridges. I cannot have this man out there taking 17 shots ever again. I can't have it. Who do you think you are? My next 17 fall away jumpers looking stupid.
Yeah.
Yo,
Crazy.
if he's not gonna be assertive, let Shamit, let Alvarado get those minutes early. We ain't got time to wait till the fourth quarter. Like, oh, okay, let's sit him down. Nah,
That's a fact.
after 2 quarters, all right, he ain't ready to play. He got that dumb look in his eye, like Mike Brown. You know what I'm saying? So, I
That's his
think once
son.
right, that's just they might be related. Yo, but look, once
Mhm.
we get past that, like we got to get past niggas' egos. So Towns got to
Mm.
get the ball more, even though he be, sometimes playing soft. But when he's ready to play, yo, you give him the ball.
Yeah.
Bridges, you cannot shoot that much. You got to sit down. We got to go a different direction. And I think the faster that we accept that Bridges is not the guy, or if he's ready to play, then we'll let him play. We'll be better.
Right.
We'll be better.
Good
You
10
point.
you agree or disagree?
seconds.
I agree with mostly everything you said. My only slight pushback is the Brunson point, but I'll address that. Big time salute. I got your name and number, brother. I appreciate you, man.
You're ready.
Big time.
All right.
Yeah, he was cooking for the most part. It's just the Brunson part. The problem with Towns is he don't got the alpha dog mentality. So that's why I'm not stressing Towns to be the number one guy. I don't think we should force that. I don't think that that's the right solution. I think it should come in the flow of the game, and whoever has it takes it between Towns and Brunson, and these other guys. I mean, we wanted Mikal to be more aggressive, but dude, it's just I don't even know what to say about Mikal because it's like I want the aggressiveness, but I didn't want what I saw last night. It's like he's listening to YouTube. I think Mikal listening to YouTube, y'all. I really do. I believe that Mikal is listening to YouTube and he's trying to respond to us. If you an NBA player and you listening to us, yeah, dog, you may not be built for this because we fans. We gonna talk like yo. The fans talk. If you ain't really like that, it's gonna tear you apart. When you hear the brother calling up talking about Mikal, bro, you can't listen to stuff. I feel like they be in our channels listening, bro. I really do. It just feel like that because sometimes they be doing things. You like, damn, are they listening to us? Y'all y'all supposed to be the professionals, man. But yeah, 646-995-8389. Call up if you want to talk. But before we do get the more calls, we got to continue the like button. It is a part of the routine around here. We have a goal of 300 likes. Big time salute to everybody in the building. And by the way, if you're at work, because a lot of people listen to the show at work, right? Or you're in a situation where you can't talk, you could always send in a donation and I will treat it in place of a call because I understand that, a lot of us have a lot going on and you can't always call in, but you still got something you want to say and you want to put it on the screen or you want it to be discussed by the people on the panel, which is me. So I will discuss it. I will break it down and I will, dissect it. But it's a lot going on with these Knicks, man. And then Stephen A., if I could really quickly address him to get him out the way. Let me see. I wrote it down somewhere. Hold on. Don't tell me I lost my note. Oh, boy. It's in the vortex of notes on my desk. Not sure where the hell is that. Let me see. Oh, this might be. Okay, cool. So Stephen A. Smith. All right. This dude, man. I don't like somebody said earlier, my man D from Los Angeles, he said that he doesn't believe that Stephen A. watches the Knicks. I agree. I think that he's just too busy. Like me, I'm not saying I have the same amount of responsibility and big time shows as Stephen A., but I'm very busy myself. So I can only imagine how busy he is. But see, a part of my busy is I'm watching a lot of basketball. It's just that's how my life is structured. So I talk basketball, but I watch a lot of basketball, bro. Like seriously. Like I'm up to 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I got the game on as background music. So I'm half watching. I gotta always half watch a game. Then before I go to bed, I have to watch a condensed game. I'm just a basketball nut. I just like watching basketball. So when I get on this mic, it's from a very well-informed position because I watch all of your teams. Why you think I want to debate the Boston people? Why you think I want to debate the Cleveland people? Even the Detroit people. I watch all of your teams. To the point where last night Detroit called up and gave me my props. He said I was right in the debate. Go watch the Knicks War Room. I prefaced it. I said this has nothing, my debate has nothing to do with the regular season. The only thing I said was we'll win the game, which we lost. That's cool. But my message was not for the regular season. I already conceded that the Pistons, they got the regular season. I already conceded that. So once you can concede stuff like that and not be an emotional Knicks fan, like, oh no, we are better than the Pistons. Like if you're going to hold on to that argument, you're going to get cugged. Because all they're going to say is, well, we have this record and we blew you out and we have an 84 points. We outscored you by 84 points. You have no rebuttal for that. But if I tell them that, listen, no team in history, you're trying to do something that's so rare that puts you in rare air that had never been done before. You're not going to win the championship. No team that's won the championship, except two, great exceptions, have won the championship without winning a playoff series the year prior. You're not that good, bro. You gotta relax. And that was the energy I took into the debate. I brought out a lot of stats and facts that the average Pistons fan, they did not know. Or they just didn't want to regard. And I put it in their face like, look at it like this. So Stephen A. Smith, to bring it back to him, he said that Jalen Brunson is the reason why. Catch this. Jalen Brunson is the reason why we traded for Mikal Bridges, and he blames him for the Knicks losing all of those picks. That was Stephen A's great revelation today. Now, I don't understand how a reporter, and this wasn't Stephen A. Smith, this was Mad Dog, who came on right after him. I didn't even listen to Mad Dog speak. I heard him say this statement. I clicked off. He said, they should have never fired Tibbs. I don't care about what the report said about the player input. I said, huh? I said, oh, wait, whoa. I said, wait. You're somebody that's a commentator on TV who works with people, who writes reports, and you're saying you don't care what the reports say. Yeah, I have to click off. I had to click. I said, yeah, dog, I don't want to hear your opinion. Because all the Knicks fans know, especially in this chat, y'all should at least know if you part of OKF Nation, because I told you exactly why Coach Tibbs was fired. It should not be a mystery to none of y'all, right? And players' input was definitely one of the greatest factors as to why he was fired. The players didn't want to play for him, right? If you don't know that, or if this is new news, go watch my old video because I already addressed it. I don't feel like talking about it again. The point that I'm saying, though, is that these guys on TV are entertainers. You cannot learn nothing from listening to none of them. Not about the game, not about sports, they don't watch the game. They only watch the one game that's on ESPN. They're not watching basketball, bro. They're not. So when I come and I show y'all, I got an example. Okay. So when I come right here and I show y'all this, see this? These is from other teams. This is the scouting report for that. This is the Pistons scouting report, I think. No, this is the Rockets scouting report. See that? It's the Rockets. Right? See all of that? I actually watched the game. Look at that. See that? See that? Listen, if you wanna come debate with me about the Knicks, man, I'm telling you right now, you need a book that looks like this. This is all Knicks. See this? This ain't the history of the Knicks. This is not Walt Clyde Frazier days. This is not the 70s and what happened in Ewing all the way up to now. This is my journal. So if you don't got nothing that looks like this, then one, you need to get this. All right, you could go to the link tree right now, go get your own copy of this. All right, the 82 night series. You could also get the playoff edition, game night, coming out for a limited time. I'm only doing a limited edition. All right, so this is a special time. You got to the end of the month to get yours. So yeah, when I get on this mic, man, I'm not just out there just, yeah, entertainment. That's what YouTubers should do. Because YouTubers should be in the position to entertain. I should know more than the guys that's getting paid millions of dollars, or maybe I should. I don't know. It's just kind of funny to me. But if that was the case, like, all right, guys, let's think about it, right? By the way, channel, I have a video on the channel, The Unfiltered Thought for members, that says that Jalen Brunson holds no weight. All right? He holds no weight, okay? And there's multiple reasons why I say that. Go watch the video. Let's just think about the logic, right? Dante DiVincenzo is Jalen Brunson's groomsman. If not the best man, he's one of his groomsmen in his wedding. I'm not even sure if Josh Hart might have been a groomsman. I can't remember if Josh Hart was a groomsman or not. But Dante, I know for a fact, was a groomsman at his wedding, right? I'm not sure if Mikal was there. I don't know. Why would the guy trade off his mans, Dante, if the goal of Brunson is to play with his guys? Stephen A said that he was responsible for the trade. So why would he send his boy out? If he has the power that Stephen A. Smith says he has, like, it's simple logic. Why would he trade his man, Dante? You saying that he didn't like having Dante around? He was his groomsman at his wedding. They had Thanksgiving dinner together the first year he was in Minnesota. But once again, why do we have to be accurate when see, my goal is accuracy when I get on this mic. Now, y'all can call up and say whatever the hell y'all want. My job is to address it and correct it, right? Because I don't like misinformation at all. But when these guys are on TV making millions of dollars, they just get on the air and just say whatever the hell they want. And it's cool because it's entertainment. And now the millions of fans hear this and they want to call into my show with that nonsense. And I got to set them right. It's just really annoying. I mean, it's just simple logic. And then Mad Dog says, screw the reports. We're not going to go by none of the reports. I don't believe none of it. It was Dolan. So why the hell do I need to believe you? If that's the logic that we're going to take, you just discredited every single person that works for ESPN. Where are the hell? And then he continues to go back to Coach Tibbs. Now, if he would have brought up the third quarter, see, he read off some stats about the field goal percentage and this, that, and the third. If he would have said something like, this was like one of the worst quarters I ever seen in the third quarter, and told us a little stat or fact about the quarter that he saw, okay, it might be real. But this is how I know the note was handed to him. Because he says that the Knicks didn't look this way under Coach Tibbs. But the very team that we're playing, the Cleveland Cavaliers, beat us 4-0 last year under Coach Tibbs. And we're just going to act like that doesn't happen, like that didn't exist. At least we went 2-1 against the goddamn Cavs this year. But he's a Knicks fan, and he represents Knicks fans. So that's why these fans talk to us crazy, because they listen to Stephen A. Smith and all the people who are popular on TV that are Knicks fans that misrepresent us every day. Big time salute to Monica McNutt, because she be trying to hold it down, but she has a job to do. There's only so much she could do. But that's why what we do over here is so important, right? That's why what we do over here is so important. But Stephen A. Smith doesn't know what the hell he's talking about at all. Then Mad Dog Russo comes on there. Listen, I could only bear 2 minutes of the video. Salute to the lady who works there, Gumake. I didn't listen to her part. I'm sorry. I just couldn't do it. Like, you know, you can't be on there looking crazy. So yeah, that was my Stephen A. my Stephen A. rant, because you know what he said to me was just asinine. I'm gonna take a couple of more calls, but my phone just died. Give me a second to get back on track. Didn't mean to click that, but it's all good. You know, round of applause for everybody watching. I got to get back in the chat. I got to see what these likes are looking like. I'm going to take some calls after we get these likes up, y'all. Big time salute to everybody in the building. Let's continue to like the video. I lost my chat, but I'm going to get back in it because I got to pay attention to what's going on in the building. But while we do that, we're on the road to 10K subscribers. Okay, so let's reach that 3K milestone today. Why not? Let's make this show a very powerful show. All right. And we're only 3 subscribers away, by the way. I just looked at the number behind the scenes. So if you're not subscribed, be a special part of the subscriber base because our next milestone is, we're on the road to 10K. The next milestone is 5K, where when you subscribe, you'll be entered into this contest just for being a subscriber. We're going to give away this rookie Jalen Brunson card. Okay. So really quickly, I'm still trying to get back into the chat. I do appreciate everyone who's rocking with us right now. And we do this every single day, twice a day, regardless if there's a game on or not. We are here, me and the great Maxine, making it happen. Okay? Making it happen. Let me just get this one. Okay. Salute. I see you, Zach, in the building. Big time salute to Zach in the building, channel member. All right. Let me just make sure I get to my super chats as well and the cash apps as well. Big time salute to everybody for supporting. I'm not sure what's going on there. Let me just go back into where I was at so I can read this chat. Salute to my man LD. He says, I'm cracking up. You already got Giannis as an NYK. Uh-oh. Big time salute to you, LD. No, I don't got. By the way, let me check you get out of here. I don't got Giannis as a Knick right now. I don't know. I'm praying that he is a Knick or we win the championship. But if that doesn't happen, yeah, that could be trouble in paradise. Maxine, if you in the building, let me know if I missed any other super chat. All right? Let me know if I missed any other super chat. I see LD because my phone died. So I'm getting everything back in a second, all right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take some calls. 646-995. We could talk about it. And after I take a couple of calls, I'm gonna get right back into the things that the Knicks had to say. It's crazy. It's crazy. I couldn't believe my eyes when I read what was said and heard some of the things that was said as well by these Knicks after this loss. Crazy, outrageous stuff. Let's see if this brother will answer. If I do call you, I am calling back. So you could call back or you could just answer my call, whatever. Okay, I see somebody. What's going on, caller? State your name and where you calling from.
Justin, man, Indiana.
Say it again. You said Shelter?
Justin.
Justin. Did we speak yesterday?
Yeah, man. I called to apologize about Cat.
Okay. What's going on, man?
Yesterday, man, but I should have been giving OG a harder time. What was going on with him last night?
Oh man, you gotta explain it to me. And you see, like, I know you're not a Knicks fan, but you see how he gets a pass.
Fan, brother. I watch every game.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought you was a Pacer fan, no?
No, I'm just from Indiana. I followed OG from IU, man. I've been an OG fan.
Got you. Okay, so you're a Knicks fan. Okay, but hold on. Big time salute to Indiana in the building, man. I didn't know we had Knicks fans out there. They were saying that they said that they kicked all the Knicks fans out of town. So I didn't know. But that's big time. Hold on. I got to give you the proper salute. Man, welcome to the show, man. I got to save you as Indiana Knicks fan. That's unique.
There we go.
So, okay, cool. So, do you think Mike Brown has the answers to solve our problems this year for this team? Not next year, this year. The solutions to the problems that we have this year. What say you?
I think all the pieces are there, man. I just think they need to come together and get it straight. I think it's got to be a locker room thing. I don't think the coach can really do much at this point.
Locker room thing. So if it's a locker room thing, then are you putting it on Brunson as the captain, or are you putting it on all the guys, the starters?
Yeah, I think it's on the starters, man. I can't blame Brunson. I think he needs to be more vocal about what he needs, but I think it's on all those guys, man. The starting five need to really come together and figure it out.
But are they compatible?
I think so. I think Mikal and OG play great together. I think Josh Hart's the glue guy. I think Brunson is the leader. Cat does his thing. They just need to figure out how to make it work. They to
You know
buy
what?
in.
I to piggyback really quickly, and I'm gonna pause your time for a little bit, but I want to say this. I don't think the problem is on the defensive end, and because of that, that's why I am optimistic that they could figure it out because they are a phenomenal offensive team. Phenomenal. It's just
I
now
agree.
they got to put the pieces together. You know, maybe teams are adjusting to them, so now they got to readjust. But the issue is not defense at all. The issue is the offense. So yeah, I'm about it. Okay, cool. But you say you owe Towns an apology, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I've been hard on him. He's been my whipping post all season, man. So I got to give him a little more credit and leeway because he's a monster. He just needs to be more consistent, just like OG does. OG needs a little grief right now too.
Yeah, he definitely does because I understand that he plays defense every night. So that's why people give him a pass. Like, oh, well, he's defending. Like, that's his trump card. Like, oh, well, he's the defensive guy. So we don't look at him to score. But the truth of the matter is he has been the third option on this team.
Yeah, he's
whether it's by playing
right
or not. Right now he's averaging 16. I'll put it on the screen.
Yeah,
I think it's like right under 16.
He's a 20 per night kid. You know what I mean? He needs to.
You think so?
Really, I think so. Yeah, he's capable for sure.
That's what he was doing in
remember the stories
IU?
out of Toronto. He wanted to be the main guy. You know what I mean?
I didn't really hear that. I heard the money. I heard the money was an issue. But you might know because you've been following him there. I'm not going to act like I was following Toronto.
Seconds.
But okay.
Yeah, there was a big fuss about it, but he needs to step it up for sure. I don't know what it feels like to be missing your big toenail. I'm sure that plays a factor, but man, I can't imagine.
Possibly.
It's 5 points in the entire game, bad.
Yeah, but I appreciate you, man. We got an Indiana Knicks fan. I seen it all, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man.
Have a good one, man.
Big time salute. By the way, OG Anunoby averages 16 on the season, by the way. But if y'all want to know, he averages 16 on the season. I say I'd be on them. Like, I'm gonna keep it real. I try not to remember stats because it changes. Like, so I don't want to remember what he averages and then he drops down to 13 and now I'm still saying he averages 16. That's why I do research. If you're new to this channel, this is why I put everything in research mode. There is no guessing with me. I put it on the screen and we're gonna get the information right. What's going on, caller? State your name and where you're calling from.
Vic from PA.
Big time salute, Vic from PA, man. Where we going, man? Tough game last night. What you want to talk about?
I want to talk about Bridges, and that's
okay.
Yeah, and that's about it. I don't think
so. What about Bridges?
I think he needs to come off the bench. I really do.
Hold on, baby. We hold on. I'm gonna give you. Hold on. I gotta pause. We gotta pause. Hold on. Slow it down. Now, I said this last year.
Mm-hmm.
I said Mikal should come off the bench. People wanted to throw. They threw stones at me. What are you talking about? 5 picks. But I said this last. I want to hear your take though. Go ahead. Why do you think Mikal should come off the bench? This is interesting.
The reason why I think they were saying that last year is because they was giving him leeway because he was coming into a new system, a new group of guys. So we're going to give you the leeway. But you're doing worse than you was doing last year. I saw last night, you know how many layups he missed? When he was by himself.
By himself.
By himself, brother. No, we can't do that. We can't do that. I'll put more stock in Sherman right now.
Yo.
Sherman look like, no disrespect to Sherman, but Sherman looked like a grade or 2 lower than DiVincenzo.
Wow.
If DiVincenzo is 85-90, you give Sherman 75-80. But they still got the same heart, the same defense, all of that.
Yep. All of that. Yep. I agree. I agree with that. Yep.
I have one more point.
Go ahead.
Sohan.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Hold on. Every time they put him in the game, I know you knew, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you can't even make a layup.
Brother, I'm trying to give him, it's only been 4 games. I'm trying to give him time.
Okay, you know how we're gonna give you time? You sit on the bench and watch, and put my man Mo in there.
Oh,
Put Mo in there. Why would you take Mo away?
I like Mo. Y'all see the Fanathon? I was advocating for Mo when we did the 24-hour live stream. I said, yo, what happens to Mo? I said that.
It's just wrong, man. I don't know what's up with Mike's. It's like they have their good games, and then when we have bad games, it's just like it deflates you. It's like depressing. Last night was depressing, brother.
Was it? Yo, you should see my Max. He was like, are you okay? It was crazy, brother. Man, I appreciate the call. Great call. Great energy. I got your name locked in. Next time you call, we're going to get it in. I appreciate you, brother.
Say no more. Enjoy.
Big time. Great call. Great call. He said Bridges to the... I said that last year. I did. Only reason why I wouldn't change it now is because the offense is a problem, not the defense. Now, if the defense was a problem like it was last year, I would say that. All right, I'm gotta get this my brother on the line. Hold on, I see Grady High School. I always gotta go with Grady High School in the building. I appreciate everybody for rocking. What's going on, my man?
Yeah,
talk to me,
sir. What's going on?
Man, listen, man. We need some level-headed Knicks talk, and you're the perfect guy for the job. Where are we going, brother? Let's go.
So first, I want to talk about Coach Brown. I think what the thing is with Coach Brown, I think his personality type, and one of the 2 callers ago, he said this. I don't think there's anything Coach Brown can do because I feel like he's almost become sort of like a peer to the players. But I feel like in the playoffs, we'll pick it up. I feel like the players will pick it up in the playoffs because they'll be self-motivated enough. I feel like he's taking on the personality, even watching him like interact with the refs and everything. And I'm not saying he has to be an a-hole to the refs, but I feel like it doesn't seem like he cares enough to me when I'm watching it. I feel like he's just cool with everything just happening. I compare it to like back when I was in school and the security guards. I was a good kid, so when the security guards would see me in the hallway, they would give me an issue. And when they see the bad kids who they see all the time, everything was cool. And I feel like that's what the refs are with him. They're like, oh yeah, this nice guy. So like they don't give him what he needs because he's just a nice guy.
Exactly. Right.
So I feel like that's his issue personally. Like he's just a nice human. But I feel like we'll pick it up in the playoffs. So I feel like that's not a problem. I think once the playoffs come, everything will be good. I feel like Mikal, he'll pick it up in the playoffs. That last caller I think he was spot on. Shamit is playing like he's still hungry, and Mikal is playing like, yeah, I'm good. But I think he will pick it up in the playoffs.
I'm praying he does. I'm praying he does. And also, I'm going to pause you really quick. I think that because the offense is the issue, I think it's fixable. If the defense was an issue, I would be like, oh, yeah, I don't know. But the defense is fine. It's once they once they figure out that offense, bro, we're unstoppable. I'm telling you.
I agree.
It's going to be proud. That's why I want the smoke with all of these fans. I want the smoke. I'm not ducking it. See, when I talk to the Cleveland people, I'm not even going to bring up the regular season. I want to have a postseason and how we're going to match up in the future conversation.
Exactly.
That's what I want. Yeah, y'all won this last game. But if we would have won the last game, I still wouldn't have brought it up. I promise I wouldn't have no 3-0 in my argument. It wouldn't be there. Guaranteed. So yeah, but I'm riding with you, man.
Yeah.
Great points. Anything else?
That's all I got.
Okay, man. I appreciate you, man.
I'm gonna continue listening.
Big time.
Yeah,
big time. Hopefully you enjoying the replay for the 24-hour. I've been dropping
I am. Yes.
Big time.
I'm
all right, man.
at 2x speed as usual. At 2x speed.
Yes, I know. Big time salute, brother.
All right, later, man.
All right, peace. So I just got the word from Maxine that we hit the 3,000 sub mark. Big time salute to everybody. Hold up, gotta get the crowd. Big time salute to everybody who subscribed. We did it. 3K, another plateau reach, but we're not done, right? We're not done. The next milestone wasn't 3K. It was 5K, right? And we got the 5K giveaway. So if you're not subscribed, continue to subscribe, okay? And help us get closer to our goals. All right, I'm gonna take this final call before we move on. Now I have to talk about the Knicks. What's going on, folks? Talk to me,
how
brother.
You doing, my brother? Yeah, I wanted to.
Everything good.
Yeah, good. I wanted to talk about how Brown is. Like last night when I talked to you, right? I told you it's basically they ended up not like, getting into their office quick enough, you know what I'm saying? And that's what
Right.
I really think it is. Like, they got to get into their offense quick enough, because I always notice when they win, when they win, and it's always based off of them getting into their offense quickly, and people move with the ball, and they get open shots. But it's not that you get open shots, it's that you take the shots when they a
Right.
good rhythm shot. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them is
Right.
not taking a shots and with good rhythm, and I think a lot of
Bingo.
their defense is great. I see their defense is great, but a lot
Phenomenal.
of a lot of times the rebounding, the offensive rebounders is all on the big man, right? And the
Exactly.
big man is like always the type of guy. He's not an offensive guy, but he's a good rebounder. But we need
Mm-hmm.
Josh to do the offensive rebounding also. He wasn't doing that like he was those past couple of years. And I think
Yep.
a lot of that is based off of them not being in a rhythm. I just think that the Coach Brown, he needs to get the right plays in the game. Like you have, like sometimes I think you could play Kolek, put him in there sometime, because I noticed he always was able to get the team moving when he's in the game along. You could put him in with Alvarado, or Alvarado could go in with Brunson. You could switch him up like that. I think the rotation needs to go in when you have a lot of peak players that's defensively with the shooters. I think they need to rotate that a little bit more, because I think that's really why they be losing, because they miss a lot of shots being off rhythm, you know?
Mm.
So
I hear you. Yeah.
other than
So you
that, I
think
just,
Kolek can help with the offense? I get the point.
yeah, because I think what it is I'm not saying Alvarado can't add to that, but I just think that when you took him out, the ball movement was better, because he's to me, I think he's the better passer in the offense. I know he's a better passer, because that's all he do is get assists. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep.
Yeah. I just think there's a lot of it they just need to put in. And as far as Bridges, I like Bridges, but he might have to come off the bench, because he don't always be in rhythm, and I think a lot of times he take uncalled for shots. So I just think
Yeah.
a lot of that just be that they just need to move the ball better and get into the office a little quicker. And it's up to Brown to do that, instead of just standing there
10
looking like a hallway
seconds.
monitor.
We about to get into that right now. We about to
Yeah.
get it. Thank you, man. I appreciate that call.
All right,
Good
thank
stuff. You said some great points.
All right, brother.
So yeah, I'm glad he went there, because we're gonna talk about Mike Brown. I'm gonna start with him. I'm gonna start at the top of the snake, the head of the snake. Let me tell you something. And Mike, I see your call, Mike. I'm gonna call you after this take. All right, Mike. I see you in the building. That's Mike from Harlem, the PA. I know there's a million Mikes, so I gotta say which Mike I'm talking to. But I wanna get into this the things that were said by the Knicks. That is just crazy. Guys, we have a problem. Now, it's not a problem that is not fixable, right? It's not a problem that is not fixable, but it is a problem. Now, last night, I'm not sure if you guys heard a lot of the post-game interviews. It was kind of hard to find them. I know MSG plays the coaches. Like, you could find what Mike Brown said. His is well documented. Like, you could listen to what he said. But the players, I had a hard time finding the players, because they wasn't on SNY before I started this show. Now, they might be on SNY now. I hadn't got a chance to check what they uploaded. But we do got the quotes, okay? So we don't even need the sound bites. We these are the exact quotes. Now, the caller says something about offensive rebounding. Hold that. We're going to get to that in like 2 seconds. Mike Brown said it was they're talking about the Cavaliers last night. An ugly game, obviously. We didn't do much right defensively. I disagree with that. I thought the defense was fantastic. This is why I don't like listening to post-game interviews, because they just say whatever the hell they want. Like, a lot of it is political talk. I don't got time for that. Like, if they say something crazy, it'll come out in Hoops Hype. It'll come out on the post. I'll wait for it. I don't got time to just watch videos of them saying, yeah, and then we got to play right, and yeah, then you pass the ball, and then you take a shot here, and I look forward to my teammates. They're really great. I don't got time for that. I have no desire to hear them to say the right thing. I want to hear it like this. I want to hear them getting asked tough questions in tough moments of time, right? So we didn't do right defensively. That's cap. We didn't do much right offensively. Our turnovers in the first half really put a damper on things. We had 12 turnovers in the first half. All right. It really put a damper on the things we're trying to do. We had some decent looks throughout the course of the game, but we couldn't knock down a shot. Are you trying to throw the defense in there, Mike Brown, to disguise the offense? Because this is your system and you're the one that is in charge. You instituted this pace and space, read and react system. Paint and spray threes. That this is you. Are you trying to throw the defense in there to throw some misdirection? Because it's a reason why I'm bringing that to the table. Let's look at the next comment. On the Knicks' offensive pace issues, one of the things we have to do better, especially offensively, is play with pace. Okay. Our pace isn't good. We have to do a better job of getting into the corners, this is the goal of his offense. If you watch the first quarter of this game, this is what I'm looking at, right? This is what I'm looking for. There's a lot of things I'm looking for. I'm looking to see the shooters in the corners fast. I feel like in the last 3 games, even 4 with the Pistons, it's like once the Pistons game came, this whole shooters in the corners, they haven't been getting there fast. That's what I'm looking for. We have to do a better job of playing with pace in the front court. Right? So what does this mean exactly? Because you have a back court, you have a front court. Front court is the big guys, is 3 through 5. That's small forward, power forward, center. Back court is the guards. Now, the reason why this is problematic to me, because, by the way, salute to Errol Marks. I did this blue and orange brunch show with him yesterday, right? And one of the things I said that was problematic to me was the offensive rebounding, right? To tie it into what folks just said. When we were getting the 13 offensive rebounds a game, in the last 10 games, we're averaging about 10.8 offensive rebounds. That was, of course, before last night's game, right? And the pace is the same. That's how I know we're playing slower, because offensive rebounds extends possessions. Hopefully this makes sense. Offensive rebounds, it doesn't give you, so you take the 3, you get the rebound, it's not another possession, because that's what pace is. Pace is not about playing fast, right? It's not about fast breaks. That's not what pace is. Pace is possessions, doing things to increase possessions, like shooting earlier in the shot clock. That'll naturally increase possessions. Forcing turnovers at a higher rate. That's another thing that can increase possessions, especially if you're getting turnovers, you're doing a great job forcing turnovers, which this Knicks team doesn't do, by the way. That's another reason why we don't play at a faster pace. But that's a whole nother topic. I don't want to talk about ways to improve pace. I'm just telling you what I see and what the Knicks are not doing, because I understand the game of basketball, right? So now think about this. You're getting less offensive rebounds. So there's an opportunity to get more possessions. We're not doing that. You know why? Because it looks like the Coach Tibbs offense. Go watch the offense last night and tell me if there's a difference between what you seen last night and what Coach Tibbs did. Forget the other, I'm talking about last night in particular, not the other game. Not the other game where they missed 16 threes. Not that game. I'm talking about last night's game when they scored, what was the score? 90-something points? 94 points? I'm talking about that game. Look at how the offense was conducted. They dribbled the ball up slow. They got a rebound, defensive rebound, slow dribbles into the front court. What the hell is going on? Now, you know why this is problematic for me? I thought it was on purpose, y'all. I thought that they were playing slower on purpose to get Cat involved. Thus the word pace in the front court. Is this Mike Brown's way of taking a dump on Towns? Think about what I'm saying. Playing with pace in the front court. He's not talking about OG Anunoby. He's not talking about Mitchell Robinson. Who else is in the front court? Josh Hart. He's definitely not talking about Josh Hart. That's all Josh Hart does is play with pace. By the way, to all my super chat people, I'm back online for super chats. So if you send something, I'm going to see it. Anyway, I thought that was on purpose. This is a problem. It's not a problem that we can't fix, but they're going to need to have a team meeting. Not a players only meeting, a team meeting where the coaches are there. They all got to get on the same page. Not a players only meeting. It's a big difference. I went through it already. I don't feel like going through the difference between the player meeting and the coaches meeting. I don't want to go through it. But they need a meeting because there's a clear disconnect. Now, the third quarter that we talked about earlier, one of the worst third quarters in the last 10 years. I'm just saying 10 years just to throw it out there, but it might not be. It might be. I don't know. It was just really bad. There were some things we could have done better defensively. Once again, see how he keeps going to defense? But our offense was non-existent. Why do you got to mention okay. Why does he have to mention defense while talking about offense? In the last 15 games, you had the #1 defense. Why do you have to talk about defense to talk about offense? I don't know. It's just like, I don't like it. I'm sorry. When I see that, we could have done better defensively, but our offense was non-existent. No, you could have showed up offensively. Your defense was fine, and you would have won the game. In terms of pace, the ability to touch the paint and spray the ball, all that stuff came to play in that third quarter. That third quarter was one of the worst efforts I've seen from this same group, or the worst effort that I've seen from this group. And we had some bad third quarters. But this third quarter here, forget the space and the pace and corners fast. These guys, like the caller said earlier, guys were missing layups. What did it for me while I was like, yo, I don't think Mikal is that nice. Listen, I try to be fair and objective. But what did it for me, and why I'm thinking like, yo, I don't think Mikal is that nice, is because he had an air ball floater type shot. This was against Detroit or one of them games. I don't remember what team it was. But he had an air ball floater and nobody was around. Why didn't you dunk the ball? Like, he literally could have laid it up or dunked it. When I saw that, I said, yeah, Mikal ain't that nice, dog. He ain't that nice. He ain't. Not that he's a bad player because he had shot an air ball, but it's like, go get the bucket, dog. Why are you fading away when no one's there? Who does that? Like, no, you gonna fade away when no, go get the layup. Or just make the shot. Don't shoot an air ball because I can't get it out of my mind. Is Mike Brown passing the buck on the third quarter breakdown? No matter what we did, we turned the ball over or we had a tough shot. So we made some play calls tonight, but we didn't generate anything from the calls that we made. Somebody asked him, I heard the question, somebody asked him about the calls. Or they made reference to him making calls or not calling plays. And he said, no, we call plays. They just didn't work to even make it work. I would have been like, yeah, we didn't call no plays tonight. We just wanted to keep them off guard. I don't know. If anything would have sounded better than, yeah, we made plays, but we just didn't get anything. You're the offensive dude, man. And if you listen to the tone of the interview, that's the one thing you don't get from message here. But the tone was kind of like, it made me feel like he was passing the buck. And I didn't like it. And you're going to see it from this next question. In the reality of town shot distribution, some of the questions you have to ask him. Wait, hold up. Wait, we gotta do a suspense. Hold up. This is. So he was asked a question on town shot distribution. Remember, he's calling plays, right? He's calling plays, not the players. He's calling the plays. Not Brunson. He's calling plays. Some of the questions you have to ask him. End of the day, Brunson's getting the most field goal. Then he gets into defense mode. Brunson's getting the most field goal attempts. Cat's our second best player. Go look at the cumulative stats. Of course, we know that. Nobody's questioning that. He's good. He got the second most field goal attempts. Okay. Did he have it this game? This is what we're talking about. Don't deflect to the season. He's the second leading scorer. He was an all-star. But at the end of the day, if he averages out to where he was, is what I just said he is, second in those categories. Okay? And he's an all-star. He's having a pretty good year. He's not having the greatest year. In fact, he's having one of the worst years of his career, except rebounding. What are we talking about? His shooting numbers is down. His scoring is down. So, yeah, he has the second highest on the team. But what does that mean, man? You don't got nobody else on the team on that level. We're asking you, Mike Brown, why didn't he get more than 5 shots? You have to ask him. You see that right there? That's problematic for me. And this is why they need to have a team meeting. And because it's clear, what's not clear is to whose decision is it? Is it supposed to be Towns' decision as to the amount of shots that he takes? So is it true what Matt Barnes said when LeBron or who? Was it LeBron or was it somebody else? He said somebody pretty much went into the huddle, grabbed his clipboard, called the play, gave him back the clipboard. All the players went in the game and ran that play. Is this the type of environment that we're promoting for players to call their own plays? What's the pecking order on this team? Is it not clear at 60 games in? We don't know what the pecking order is. So, yeah, he deflected. He's an all-star. I mean, yeah, pure deflection. On the bench depth, I mean, I don't care to read no more on this. If y'all want to call up, I'm gonna take some more calls. I don't care to read no more. There's more here. I'm gonna get to Towns too in a second, but try to get some of you guys in the building who I didn't speak to. 646-995-8389. They clearly have issues. The Knicks have, and I'm telling you right now, they don't need a players-only meeting. They need a team meeting. Bad. Because they don't know the pecking order. And I'm happy that it's just offense. Because if it was defense, that would spell trouble. That would spell a lot of trouble. Serious trouble. Let me get back to where I was at. But as we wait for the calls to call back, you guys can continue to smash that like button. All right. We just hit the 3K subscriber mark. Big time salute to all of you guys who subscribed and helped us achieve that goal today. Big time salute. New York City salute. Let's get the likes to 300. I do appreciate you guys for rocking with me and all the supporters in the building. But yeah, we're talking about Mike Brown's comment. What do you guys think about Mike Brown's comments? There's more. But what do you guys think about Mike Brown's comments? If you guys want to call up, I'm gonna skip to I'm gonna go to Towns. Because I felt like Towns was deflecting too. This is what he had to say on the need for consistency before the playoffs. For us, it's about consistency. When you play a 7-game series, you have to win 4 of those 7. You have to consistently be good, sometimes great, but the other team is just better that night. You have to accept those results. You go into the series thinking you need to win 5 of 7 times. We just have to be the best version of ourselves come playoff time. Do you have success, or do you have confidence that we can get to that point? Do you have the confidence that we can get there? My confidence is lacking right now.
What's good?
Hello, caller. State your name. Where you calling from?
Yeah, what's up, man? Yo, this is Antonio.
Antonio, what's going on, brother?
Chilling, man. Just listening to your show, man.
Where you want to go, man? Do you want to talk about Mike Brown? I mean, it's a lot we can talk about. The game last night. Where we going?
Man, I wish I could talk to you for like 10 minutes, man, because like, man, it's man.
You could. We do got a callback option. Technically, you could, but go ahead. Where you want to go?
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, man. I was listening. I've been watching your show, man. Like everybody kind of said, like what was really needed to be said about the team and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that the Knicks team, man, they got the right players. They got good players and all of that. But like, I think like the main thing, I think a lot of people really don't want to be honest with themselves. Really, with this team, is this the star or the team, man? My man Brunson is all that. You know what I'm saying? Bag of chips. He's all that. You know what I'm saying? He's setting numbers. He breaking you know what I'm saying, charts and numbers, everything. He's doing all of that. But like you got we got to be real here, man. We got to go with the statistics of the game. And
Okay.
statistics show that guys at his size, guys that lack the, you know what I'm saying, the gifts of the height and the strength, those are the guys that you can't have those guys as a number one option. And I feel like this organization, this Knicks organization, I'm not gonna say they purposely done it, but it kind of feels like they like are trying to fight against like the statistics of players that win a championship. And like, you know, he got his whole family there. He's the captain and all of this, but it's like, bro, he's not Shea Gilgeous Alexander. He's not you know what I'm saying, LeBron. He's not Giannis. He's, you know what I'm saying? He's a 6 foot guard. He's not gonna have that many ways to play the game that's going to overpower a lot of his top stars on the other team. So like he's a good player. Honestly, though, I don't think that he's the guy that you want to build around. Now they got your boy Towns there, right? Number 1 pick, first round pick, 7 foot. My man, you know what I'm saying? He can shoot from anywhere on the floor. You know, he could pretty much, his defense is good as well. Honestly, I prefer to build around him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, people's already saying, oh, he's a Brunson hater, he's saying that, but it's like, no, I like to go with like things that's proven stats wise. And I just think they should, like, since they, you know what I'm saying, got Towns there, they just they just don't really know what they're doing now. Because I wouldn't have brung him in there, honestly. Like if for the building around a guy like Towns, they treat him like he's a regular player, and I just don't understand why they treat him like he's just some center when he's a first round pick. And I just think they just need to
But look, check this out, my
evaluate
brother. I appreciate the call, right? I got your name, number locked in. Next time you call, I got you. I'm gonna respond to your take.
Yeah, man. I wish I could talk to you, man. I wish I could talk to you a little longer, bro.
You could. I'm gonna put it on the screen, but big time. I appreciate you though. I'm gonna show you how. I
Ah,
appreciate it,
man.
man.
One love, brother. One love, man.
Thank you for the support. I
No
appreciate
doubt.
it. Big time.
For sure.
So look, so to all the new people who don't know, right? We do got the $5 callback rule. You could donate, you'll get an additional 2 minutes. Call up. All right, you could do that. Big time salute to my man AA13 for the love on the super chat. I appreciate it. All right, and of course, big time salute to my man the 77th on the super chat as well. My phone is back operational, so I can see all the chats now. And salute to everybody else who sent their love and support. We do appreciate everybody. Okay. Now, Mike, I'm gonna try to get my man Mike on the line, and I will address that height conversation. And he talked about Towns as well. Let's see if Mike answers. If not, I'm gonna answer that brother's question. Oh no, I see my man Joe as well. Let's see if he can answer. I don't know. All right, Mike, call me back. If anything, Mike, call me back. Get my man Joe, 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. If I miss your call, I will call back. I do get a lot of calls, so I'm definitely gonna miss your call when you call up.
Yo.
Joe, what's going on, man? Where you want to go? There's a lot to talk about, brother. Where we going today?
Yo, how we doing tonight? Yo, thanks for taking my call, man. First, I just want to say, make sure everybody hits that like button for my man.
100%.
Yeah, I just want to say that. So. All right, well, we're talking about Mike Brown, right?
Yes.
All right, yeah. I mean, I'm not the type of person that's going to kill the coach. Like, when we were talking about Tibbs getting fired, I wasn't the type of guy that said, oh, we need to get rid of Tibbs, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not going to sit here and talk about, Mike Brown is a bad coach or whatever.
Yeah.
But there is the narrative that, is he the guy that's going to get us to the finals, right?
Right.
That's what everybody wants to know. Oh, is Mike Brown the guy that's going to get us there? And you know what, man? I'm not seeing the offensive prowess out of Mike Brown. Like, his playbook to me it's not the best. I think the X's and O's are really important. And if Mike Brown if we're in a situation right now where we don't even know if we're making correct calls by making a play call, like, it's just, we can't overcomplicate the game. Like, this isn't simple. Like, before it was let the game come to you. Let the game dictate how you're going to play, right?
Right.
That's how it's always been. The game will find a way to make itself to you, and you're going to get the job done. That's how it's been with this Knicks team, and that's how we've been running under Tom Thibodeau for so long.
Right.
So now with Mike Brown, we wanted someone to come in and say, hey, we want some, we want to mix it up a little bit, maybe throw in some, like, good play calls. That was the whole point. I thought he was coming here anyway. We thought we were bringing in someone with better X's and O's. But if he's not delivering that with the playbook, then I don't know, man. I'm not saying get Tibbs back, but
no, of course not.
In the beginning, I was a fan of Mike Brown, but we can't have Mikal Bridges just going off for shooting 20 shots and killing our usage. It's our usage that's the most important thing. You know what I'm saying? But hear me out. I had an idea. I know you're not going to like it, but I'm just going to throw it out there just so people had something.
Hey, let's go. We talking basketball. Let's go.
So I was thinking, who is the best number 2 on our team, in your opinion? Who do you think is the best number 2?
Right now?
Yeah.
I mean, it should be Brunson in principle, but
boom,
it's not.
Boom. I just said that. Boom. You hit it right on the head.
It should be, but it's not. But go ahead.
If we move Brunson to 2 and we let Alvarado play our starting point guard, and we add in Mitchell Robinson to the starting unit with Cat at the 4, and then we throw OG in at the 3, what does that look like?
You said move who to the 4? Who's going to be at the 4?
We're putting Cat at the 4. We're having the Twin Towers.
Oh, hell towers. No. Yeah, you're gonna, yeah. No, brother. I definitely disagree. I'm gonna tell you why. Thank you, Joe. I'm gonna tell big time. Let me answer my man Joe really quick. Hold on. I gotta get this brother on. Hold on. I'm gonna answer these guys. They both said something interesting. I gotta respond to it. But I'm gonna take some of the calls because I missed a lot of calls. So I gotta make sure I get my people on. Let me see if he could answer. What's going on, Dave? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Karan, how are you?
What's going on? See, I saved your number. What's going on, though, brother?
Is it okay if I ask a non-Knicks related question really quickly?
Okay. I mean, what is it? What is it tied to?
Kuminga.
Oh, Lord. Oh, God. What about Kuminga? You think he could help this team?
No. Did you see his performance last night?
Oh, no. I didn't get a chance to watch it. I didn't get a chance to watch it. That was Atlanta, right? He's with Atlanta.
9
now,
from
right?
12 from the field. Yeah, 9 from 12 from the field, 7 rebounds. 4 assists, 27 points, 24 minutes.
Oh, okay.
When
Good numbers.
if you think about it, with everything that was going on, probably one of the greatest performances in regular season NBA history with the amount of pressure that he had on him. That's all I wanted to ask you. What you thought about it.
Okay. I gotta watch that game. It's just one game to me. Are they going to win a play-in game and then win a playoff series? That would impress me more. Till they do that, just a regular season feat. It's cool.
Would you
I don't
want
really
him
get
on the
tied
Knicks?
up to the numbers like that. I don't really know how good he is defensively, and so he's not a three-point shooter.
He blocked Jokic to steal the win against Denver, and they always have him guarding the other team's best player.
I mean, he's a bucket getter, so he's not like Sohan. But you know, this system is shooters to the corners fast. Does he fit that? I don't know. I don't know what the hell Mike Brown's trying to do right now. Anyway, that's a whole nother topic. But I think that's the only concern I would have. Shooters in the corners fast. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how he fits that.
That's not his game. Just stand in the corner. That's what Steve Kerr tried to make him do.
Hey, see, and that's another issue too that you just introduced. He runs the same system. So I don't see him being a fit. Good player though. I just don't think he's a fit.
Y'all stop being so hard on Mike Brown. I think they'll sort you guys.
He told us
sort it
to
out.
ask Karl Anthony Towns why he doesn't take enough shots. Why he didn't get. He said to ask Towns this question.
Maybe
And you're the
Cat is just
coach.
soft, like Shaq said.
Okay. Okay, I hear you.
Yeah, but seriously, I love your show. I'm honestly not a Knicks fan,
seconds.
but I love watching the show.
Okay.
And I think you're one of the best podcasters for basketball.
Thank you, brother.
And I think that you and the guy that does the Warriors podcast, I think you guys should do a collab one day. I think that would be
set it
amazing.
up. Listen, I want to have debates with. Listen, we could get into a debate. We could have a collab. It don't got to be a debate if they get scared, because I would be scared of me too. But that's a whole nother topic. But yeah, I'm interested. 100%. There's a Warriors guy. Let's set it up.
Yeah. One of the reasons why I love your channel is because your fan base isn't as toxic as the Warriors fan base. That fan base is so toxic, man.
Well, hold on. You're listening to the people who call up. The people, we got the toxic, they in the chat. Trust me, they in the chat.
They are?
They're there. We got the toxic people too. They don't call up like that, but they in the chat. Trust me. But thank you, brother. I appreciate the call. I didn't even know you was a Knicks fan. But okay. I don't remember that at least.
I remember. I said I was a Golden State fan, but the way they
You might have said that. Right, okay.
Kind of turned me against that whole, you know. They were
Oh,
mad
okay,
petty
got
for
it.
that kid.
Got it.
Yeah.
I got you.
So
All right,
I'm
man.
looking
I
for a new
appreciate the
team.
call, brother. Oh, we're coming to the Knicks.
All right, have a good one.
All right. Yes,
I
join
remember them
Death
days
Row,
from
baby.
the 90s, man.
Nah,
I
this
remember
ain't the
them days
90s.
from the 90s.
Nah,
Oakley
this ain't the
and,
90s,
you
man.
and Mason.
Listen,
I can't do
no,
it
we got
again.
we got Jalen Brunson, man. But I appreciate you though, big time.
Okay.
All right, yo, big time salute to that guy. I always thought he was a Knicks fan because he called he don't call all the time, but when he called last time, I didn't have his number saved, and I told him I was going to save the number, so I didn't even realize he wasn't a Knicks fan. I do got to address this really quickly. But we talking about what the Knicks made. The Knicks made some statements that are very concerning. Very concerning. Mike Brown, he told us to go talk to Towns as to why he didn't take enough shots. This team needs to have a players only. No. Damn, I said player. This team needs to have a team only meeting. Seriously. A team only meeting is in order. All right. And guys, we're only 5 likes away from 200. Let's get the likes up. While we at it, if you just joined the show, Blue Orange Brunch, we're talking about the Knicks and their comments and why it's problematic. Talking about pace and offensive rebound. I made that connection. What's going on? But we're going to get there. Smash that like button. I got to respond to these guys as well, the callers, because I write down what you guys speak because there's a good chance I'm going to respond to what it is you said. So I'm going to have to start with my man, Anton. Big time salute, Anton. I appreciate the support, but I completely disagree with your take on Brunson. I don't like the height bias. I don't like it. I despise the height bias because nobody can guard him. It's a team, and yes, he has bad nights, but when you look at his numbers and his efficiency, it's on the level of the other top players that's in the league. When you look at his usage rate and his true shooting percentage is the same as everybody else. Is on the same level. He's not inefficient when taking a lot of shots. Right? Now, the height thing, because big time salute to my man Marks. Errol Marks. I said Marks. My man Errol. He said something to add to my argument. We don't see small guards winning championships. That's not necessarily true. We've seen it with Steph Curry. We've seen it with Isaiah Thomas. We've seen it with Chauncey Billups, who was 6'3". But Errol says he met him in person and interviewed him, and he's probably not even 6'1.5". He's just listed at 6'3". And he led the Pistons to that championship. Now, my pushback always is, he said he doesn't have the height as SGA. SGA is an anomaly. SGA is only, and if you want to add D-Wade, I really don't like D-Wade to be added to this because I felt like he had Shaq and then LeBron. But even if I gave you D-Wade, you only have 4 big guards or regular size 2 guards that won championships. That ball-headed guy from Chicago started that trend. If you want to talk about size and height, it's also related to guards. Because just as many small guards won it as big guards, the champions are big men. Duncan, Shaq, Jokic, Giannis. LeBron is a big forward. When you look at all the champions, they all are big guys. They're not guards. So if you would have said, yeah, that's why we have to get Giannis, all right, I would have been riding with you. Right? Because I do think we need to get Giannis. Regardless of anything. Giannis is the guy who I want. But it's not about the height, though. Allen Iverson got buckets. He got busy. He took the Sixers to the finals. Do you think that if we gave Iverson this Knicks team, they wouldn't go to the championship? He's a 6'1" guard. He had no shooters in Philadelphia. Took that team to the championship against some fierce competition. He even got a game in the first game of the series in the finals. So I disagree with your take that small guards can't do it. However, if I could reconstruct your point, and I think this is the problem that the Knicks are having right now, we don't have a team that was built around Jalen Brunson. I don't think they believe that Jalen Brunson was the right fit. I'm sorry. They didn't think that he was going to be this good. Not the right fit. I'm bugging. They didn't believe that Jalen Brunson was going to be this good. They had no idea. No one knew this kid reached these heights. They knew he was good. And I think the plan was, because I believe my man Joel, when he called up, somebody who claimed to be a relative to Jalen Brunson, he said that they wanted Devin Booker. They were trying to trade Randall for Devin Booker, but they couldn't get it done. And then the Towns trade happened, and he said they were trying to trade Randall. And Randall got traded. So I think the plan was to always put Brunson with someone. Maybe Towns. I'm not sure if Towns is the guy, but I know Giannis was somebody who the Knicks were definitely rumored to for the minute. So I think the goal was to put Brunson with Giannis. I believe that was the plan. Then they were able to get Towns. And now we have what we have. But I don't think that this team was built around Brunson. And because of that, that's probably why you won't win the championship. And it's not built around Brunson because I don't think they had the idea to feature Brunson as the main guy, because the goal was to always get a star player, because Leon promised Dolan a star player. And to also respond to my brother Joe, he says that he prefers to have Jalen Brunson at the 2. The only way I would accept that is if you go get me Ryan Nembhard. I don't think you have a player on your team that can push Brunson to the 2. And I don't think the guy is Jose Alvarado either. I like what Jose brings off the bench. I don't want to start Jose Alvarado. I don't want to change up the starting lineup because I don't think that nobody on the bench is better than Josh Hart. Now, Mikal to the bench is interesting to me, but at this point in time, the lineup is so successful. Why tweak it now? This is the best lineup they have. The best 5 they have is the 5 that's on the floor right now. They don't got a better iteration of 5 guys. It's too late to play with your start. Like, if you have to play with your starting lineup at the end of February with 20 games left, you're in trouble. I think the offensive stuff we could fix. Defense is not a problem. I take it. But Mike Brown, and I'm telling you right now, they're going to need a team meeting, not a players-only meeting. So that's the only reason why I wouldn't put Brunson at the 2. I knew he was going to say that. That's why I said Brunson at the 2. I said, in theory, if the team was built around Brunson, if I had a Nembhard who I could put at the 1, and then I'll put Brunson at the 2, okay. But I don't got Nembhard. I got Jose, who's solid, but I wouldn't start him. This is just too much. I like what Jose does off the bench. Way better, way more prolific. I love it. And you can play them together off the bench. I love it. But then he said the double big lineup. Guys, do not come to me with the double. I did this 2 10-game reviews ago. The reason why they don't start the double big lineup is because their record is 5-7. They had a negative plus minus the last time they started together, right? It doesn't yield success. The lineup with Hart has proven to be more successful than the lineup with Mitch. Undisputed. We had moments where we started them together like, yeah, go out there, double bigs. It didn't work. I had to explain this to somebody on TikTok. And this is why y'all need to go get this. You know why? Because y'all dealing with just your raw natural memory. Go get you an 82 nights right now. Hit the link tree. The link that's on the screen. Hit that link. Go get you one of these. I had a brother on TikTok. He said, oh, we need to start the double big lineup against these teams like Detroit. I said, we did that already. You don't remember? Game 1 against the Pistons? What happened? Hello, caller. State your name. Where you calling from?
People see calling from Hempstead.
Big time salute to CeeLo from Hempstead in the building, man. What's going on, man? Where you want to go? We talking about a lot.
Yeah, most definitely. One thing.
Turn down your TV or your background. Turn down your TV or your background.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I got you.
I'm going to restart your time as well.
Let's go. Hold on. I'm on my phone at the same time watching you. Hold on.
Oh, you on the phone with the sound?
Yeah, I'm at work.
Okay.
Here we go.
I figured that.
All right, hold
to
on.
everybody who's at work too.
Here we go. How's that? That's good?
Yeah, I don't hear nothing now. So yeah, go ahead, brother. Talk.
Okay,
Where you want to go?
Yeah, okay. Josh Hart, when he's off, he's not looking at him to be offensive. He's like the all-purpose dude.
Yeah.
Mikal
100%.
Bridges, we at the point we pretty much know what he is right now. And Deuce being out is huge for us. He's
Huge.
the only another consistent scorer. He scores the rock.
That's a fact.
Him and Champion that
Bucket
come
getter.
off the bench, he's a bucket getter. He gets bucket and he plays defense. Alvarado, yeah, he plays defense, but you're not really counting on him. He's too small. He's not going to make shots. He can make them.
Right.
He's going to make. It seems like he's inconsistent. Make some this game and then none the next game. Make some this game,
Right.
but he's okay. He's okay. He's not the problem.
Nah, he's definitely not.
The one thing you said, no one thought that Brunson was going to be this good. And that kind of messed everything up. And then you got to think, okay, now I'm a money. I don't like watching people pockets, but
of course,
you got OG making $200 million. He's getting 40 something a year. Cat's getting 60 something a year. There's no pecking order.
Right.
It's like you go, I go, you go, I go, you go, I go, you go, I go. There's no flow. And Mike Brown is the straight. And Mike Brown is Taraga. He's just garbage. Like,
did you hear when I read the comments? Did you hear it?
No, I didn't hear the comment. No, I didn't hear
you
what
didn't. Oh my God! I mean, you gotta go back. I mean, he said to ask Towns this question. He said to ask Towns this question on shot distribution because they asked him about the shot distribution. Why Towns only got 5 shots? He said you need to ask.
God.
Yeah,
he's
that's
the
serious.
Coach, he actually said that. He's the
yes,
coach,
that's what I'm trying.
Yo,
bro, it's wild, bro. It's wild. Then he trying to pass the buck in the interview. Like he's trying to act like, oh yeah, you know, the defense wasn't like he's keep talking about defense, but it's offensive question. I'm like, why in the hell are we talking about defense when
it wasn't a defense
last night? It wasn't.
We just missed shots. We missed shots.
Right. Baby, yo, the offense was terrible, dog. Any world where Mikal takes 3 shots as Towns, yeah, that's bad. That's nasty work.
I think something's going on. I don't think Josh Hart likes Cat. I think it's something. I think it's there. And then Josh Hart doing that Fugazi, checking homeboy oil, checking Brunson's oil during it.
That was wild. Man. Yeah, that was wild. That was wild.
Yo,
yeah, we don't co-sign that.
That stain the season. You cannot recover from that. Doing something like that, handing out a trophy. So say we don't win a chip. When he gonna do something foul like that again?
He better not. Please do not devalue the championship. Please.
I think it's Josh Hart. I think it's him. Because the last couple of games, he's in a real bad slump. I ain't really seen him shoot the ball that much. He's turning the ball over. Like he's not. He's a one-man wrecking crew some games. I be like, yo, what are you doing? And it breathes on the other people. Then Mikal turns the ball over. Then Cat turns the ball over. And it's this. I'm not blaming OG. OG stays quiet. He doesn't never say nothing. But it's a pecking order. I believe, like, yo, they just go to Cat. I don't know. For him to have 5 shots. That's on. They're not looking at him. That's crazy in itself. He shouldn't have 5 shots.
That's crazy.
It's like you got to be intelligent. You know what I mean? I don't care who you are. You got to play smart basketball. So now I'm thinking, are these dudes IQ very low when it comes to basketball, or you just don't want to get a man the ball?
Yeah, now it's seeming like something's going on. But thank you, CeeLo. I appreciate you, man. Big time salute, man.
No question.
Man, big time.
Salute
to Hempstead. All right.
Most definitely.
Big time salute. Yo, I had to find out some years ago about Hempstead. That's a very serious place, but the brothers there, super respectful, man. Big time salute to Hempstead. If you guys want to call up 646-995-8389. Yeah, we talking about Mike Brown, bro. He's talking about you got to ask Towns these questions. Some of these questions you have to ask Towns. That is wild to me, man. If I missed your call back, because I did call a lot of you guys back. If you want to talk. Yeah, we talking about some of the comments that were made that were just out of this. I couldn't believe the comments. When I actually heard the Mike Brown speech, but I didn't hear the other players. Because I couldn't find it nowhere. SNY didn't have it. But you know, the quotes, we do got the quotes. We got the quotes. Let's see, I don't want to talk about all this stuff. But hold on, let me get into this call. What's going on, caller? State your name, where you calling from.
Calling from Jersey.
Big time salute, man. Turn the background down and we can continue, my brother.
Okay.
All right. And while we wait for the brother to get his line together, smash that like button. Let's try to get them likes up to 300. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. That's the golden rule, man. Big time salute.
What's his name? Because this is the first time I'm watching him.
What's whose name?
The commentator.
Oh, you talking to me? I'm Karan Pierre, the Objective Fan.
Okay, yeah. So, what's your first name?
Karan.
Okay, this is Al from Jersey.
Big time salute, Al from Jersey, man. What's going on, man? In
Good, good.
Jersey, how y'all feeling about these Knicks right now, man? What's going on?
Well, listen, I'm an old-time point guard from the 70s, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Grew up watching the Knicks from 68 all the way down. I still think the greatest team I ever saw was the 69 Knicks. But anyway,
Ooh, okay.
A point guard as talented as Brunson
Okay.
should know how to set up his other players. I know he can cook. He could cook whatever. If Brunson had the mentality that he's the assassin in the fourth quarter, if we need him, that'll be great. But players like Shaman, even Bridges, the new guy Shohan, those guys are cutters. They can't create for themselves. Yeah. So all he has to do is, okay, listen, when I do this, you do that, I'm gonna get you the ball. That's what I used to tell my guys when I know they couldn't dribble and stuff and everything and so on.
Right.
I mean, to me, it's a simple thing. You just have to know who your players are. Now, as far as Cat is concerned, I mean, there's a lot of times where he does the pick and roll, and Cat's sort of like going down the lane, and he doesn't give it to them. And if you look at Alvarado, how is he able to do it with Cat? And another thing that drives me crazy is Mitchell should be the lob king of the NBA. Alvarado comes and automatically he has chemistry with Mitchell Robinson. All those lobs.
Right.
There's a lot of times when he goes into the lane and everybody knows that he's going to shoot. Lob it to either Mitchell if he's in the game, Shohan if he's in the game, Cat is in the game. The guy has to. I mean, he has to be a decoy to have when the defense collapses on him to shoot. There's too many times I see where he is double, triple team and he's still taking the shot up. That is absurd. I mean, if I did that, my coach would sit my ass down. And going back to Mike Brown, because I know I'm rambling here, but I don't want to take too much longer time.
10
But
seconds.
Mike Brown, when he was in Golden State, they had the #1 offense. And then when he got the gig in Sacramento, they were like the #2 offense in the NBA. So his thing is always motion and movement and everything and stuff. He tried to implement that there, and I got a feeling that Brunson, and because his dad is there and everything and so on, there's no other way he doesn't know how to play but that. Okay? It reminds me of the Melo days. I refuse to have the Melo when Melo got traded, because with Melo it was one guy shooting and 4 guys watching. Right?
Right.
And this is sort of the same thing. I mean,
well, listen, Jersey Al, I appreciate you. I got your number locked in. I'm gonna respond to some of the things you said. I appreciate you. You got the old school wisdom. I could tell it radiates. I appreciate the call, brother.
It does. And like I said, this is the first time I'm watching you, my brother. This is
big
great.
time.
Thank you.
I do this every day. I'm here twice a day.
Okay.
So you're going to catch me
because I already subscribed to you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
That's my man, Jersey Al. I agree with a lot of what he's saying, except most of the Brunson slight. I think that the problem is a lot of problems. Jersey Al, and to all the people that feel the same way that he feels. The offense, to me, they gotta retool it. Because he said the one key answer that I hope he really takes heed to, especially as he listens to my response. If I did that, my coach would sit me on the bench. What is the coach doing? What is the coach doing? That's my question. Because we ask about shot distribution. You said some of these days you got to talk to Towns, and you passing the buck and deflecting the entire post-game interview. I watched it. It's like, what are we doing? And they need a team meeting bad, because I don't put it all on Brunson. I don't. Because remember, Jersey Al, Mike Brown said that his system, there is no point guard. So all of that point guard setting this up, everybody is a point guard. 1 through 4 is the same in Mike Brown's system and his philosophy of basketball, right? So that's also my pushback when they say Brunson needs to be like Steve Nash and he needs to pass the ball. That's not what this system calls for. Plus, the passing point guard has never won a championship in this league since Magic Johnson. But let's not act like Magic Johnson ain't have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, arguably the best player in NBA history. Let's not act like Magic didn't have that, right? But yeah, passing point guards don't win championships. Jason Kidd, he got one in Dallas, but he wasn't the man. I'm talking about when you're the man on the team, you don't have an example of that. You got to go back to Magic. And then you could argue whether or not Magic was the man on that team. But the other brother from Jersey, my man Joe, what he was trying to say was that you need a point guard to put with Brunson. The problem is you don't got that on this team. The only other guy that would fit that criteria is Jose, but I don't want to start Jose. I think Jose is fine where he is. Also, Jersey Al, see, you know basketball, right? So what do we do? Like, if I'm not sure, Jersey Al, if you still go to parks or you still watch people play or if you still play yourself. But the easiest thing that we can do, let me just make sure I ain't miss no super chats. The easiest thing that you can do is run pick and roll. Like, that's simple, right? So, like, I never played with you before. Oh, you a ball handler. All right, I'm kind of bigger than you, so I'm a set screen. That's simple. That's all Jose did. Jose said, yo, we going to run pick and roll. I don't know nothing. I just get in here, but I'm running pick and roll because that's how I was brought up, and that's just real basketball. So that's why Jose running pick and roll. Another thing, too, Jersey, Coach Jersey, from Jersey, what I will say, too, is this. The reason why Mitch isn't the lob king is because Mitch doesn't dive hard on pick and roll. He's not a threat to score when he sets the screen. Coach, tell me if you don't see Mitch do this. He sets the screen and he stays there most of the time. Or he does this. He sets the screen and he doesn't dive hard. It's kind of a hesitant pursuit forward. But if you move like that, any great defense, like Cleveland or anybody who's really good on the inside, you're not going to get no lobs. Because all they're going to do is very simple. And I know you know this because you go back in the day. I'm going to bring that help from the weak side and be prepared to rotate on the shooters, especially if you got a game where y'all missing 16 threes in a row. Oh, man, all we're going to do, we just going to help on Mitch. We're going to make sure we're going to blitz Brunson. That's another thing they do. Blitz Brunson, right? Throw two big dudes in his face like this. Now it's hard for him to find the target, which would be Mitch, but you can't even throw it to Mitch because Mitch is not a threat on the catch and dive, which is another aspect to the pick and roll. So instead of just having to get a lob, some big men like Durant, like this is why Cade and Durant their pick and roll is one of the best in basketball, because Cade could easily get the ball to Durant, right? Regardless of the blitz. And once Durant gets the ball, he can create after he catches the ball. Mitchell Robinson don't got no creation in his game. He shows flashes sometimes, like once or twice throughout the year, he might do a crossover and get a dunk, but that's not consistent. Just because you do it once or twice throughout the year, that doesn't mean that you do it every time. So that's why Mitchell Robinson is not the lob king. Go watch Clint Capella. Clint Capella, listen, if I had a kid who was like 7 foot and I'm trying to teach him how to set screens, there's like 3-4 plays I'm gonna have him watch. Draymond Green, watch how he sets screens. Go watch Clint Capella from Houston. Watch how he set. There's a reason why him and Harden was a terror. Jared Allen. Those would be my 3 first choices. You can watch Jokic too. But Jokic got a little bit more flair to his game. I don't know if a kid is ready to watch Jokic. Jokic is also a master in the pick and roll as well. But I would have him watch those 3 guys. You talk about elite at setting screens. Those, to me, are 3 of the best at setting screens in this league. So Mitchell Robinson, he's just not a threat. If I give it to Allen in space, Allen could create. Not only that, Allen can pass as well, which is another underrated aspect of Allen's game that people don't realize. That not only can he catch it and make a play, he can also pass, which is a huge advantage for a 7-footer, right? But let me go here as well. Hold on. Every time I want to go back to the article, I get a good call. What's going on, my man? Rod from the ATL.
Hey,
What's
what's up,
up?
Kev? What's going on, man?
Yo, Mike Brown, he's doing it again, brother. He's doing it again, man. Where you want to go, brother?
Let's
Let me
go.
see if I can make these three points real quick. In a lot of time I got. The
Yeah.
brother that they just called, they were talking about Brunson, about how he doesn't create for others. One of the reasons I think is because, real quick, a guy I grew up with, name was Junior, right? Chubby guy, but
Mm-hmm.
and we used to race from one end of the block to another. We
Right.
take off fast, but he doesn't take off fast. But his speed builds momentum, and
Right.
by the time we in the middle of the block, he done dusted us already. People like Melo, these body types in particular, Melo
Mm-hmm.
and Brunson, they don't have a first step. They're momentum
Right.
builders. And how I know
Right.
is I've seen Brunson on a break and he was fast ahead of the pack, but he has to build up the momentum and speed. But usually guys who penetrate and dish, they have that first step, like a Kobe or Kevin Johnson from Phoenix. So you understand what I'm talking about.
Right. Right.
And so that's why he don't immediately drive and dish, because K got that first step. Okay, that's the first um um point. Second point, just like you said, we had this conversation before. The system, just like Mike Brown says, the system is kind of independent where you don't need that kind of guard anyway. Where
Bingo.
everybody's functional, where one limb dies and the other three still function on its
Right.
own. So it don't necessarily need that guard that drives and dish.
Right.
And third, Mitch, you're right, he doesn't dive like that, but I don't think he's encouraged to, because he doesn't play with that kind of personnel, you
Great.
know.
Great point. Great
So
point.
because in practices, if I'm like, damn, we could be using Mitch. I'm gonna start practicing with him, running pick and rolls like that. Just like I was telling you the other day between David West and Chris Paul. Oh, I just used to love watching them in New Orleans, man. It's perfect.
Great.
Um,
Yeah, that's a class right there.
yeah, I don't know who did it better, David West and Chris Paul, or Amari and Steve Nash. That's the point for another day. It was both beautiful.
Man. Yeah.
Symmetry. And back to what you were saying, um, they bum rush the captain so he can't see.
Yep.
They got their hands up. It's kind of like what homeboy goes through. What's the quarterback from Arizona from what's his name?
Damn, I didn't watch no football. Once the Jets went like 0-3 or something like that,
Yeah.
I have no idea what happened.
Yeah, so they rush him. They got their hands up so
Mhm.
he can't see. Because that's what makes
Right.
Magic so dangerous. He's 6'9" already. You ain't blocking his
Exactly.
view. He throwing rockets everywhere, and you can't stop that.
100%. Over the head passes, yeah.
Yeah. So they're strategic on where they blitzing them from, and they got their hands up so he can't throw the quick pass. But still, to me, I don't understand, and I'm nobody really gets on him. Everybody's always talking about Cat. Everybody's always talking about the captain. But let's talk about Bridges. Usually, I think to the right is Bridges gonna get the pass. That's where
Right.
Mitch could get his lob from Bridges if he's not gonna hit the J.
Hey, good point. And they ran a good pick and roll a couple of times. I said, oh man, maybe they should work that, but it rarely happens. Very rare.
One more thing, Kay. You know who I was
Mhm.
looking at, and I liked him when he came out of college, but he had an injury-plagued career, and I thought it would be perfect with Brunson, far as to putting some size and getting that
Mhm.
that second defender, that long defender, and a playmaking guard who can hit threes at the same time. I was thinking about Lonzo Ball
10
when he was free.
seconds.
What you thought about that? But he
He did
doesn't
improve his
penetrate like
3-point
that.
shooting.
He his three is good if you can look
Yeah.
up his stats. But he
Yeah, he
doesn't
improved.
he's not aggressive far as taking the first step and penetrating, but he does little things like as soon as he get the ball, he outlets it fast to people that's running up the court and things like
Right.
that. And he sees things. But I think that'd be a perfect mesh with Brunson, but I don't know where he is now, and I'm not sure we got enough room for him now, but
Nah, it's too late. Yeah, we good.
Yeah,
We
too late.
all we got is what we got, man. But I appreciate you, Rock.
All right. All right, bro.
Big time. The one player who I want and I know it's never going to happen is Nembhard from Indiana. Now, the Pacers are trash right now, but Nembhard, not bad. He's giving you about 7 assists. I think he's averaging 16 and 7. Imagine that 16 and 7 with Brunson right now. Brunson would average 30 with Nembhard. Nembhard would do all the dirty work. He's going to bring up the ball and play defense. He is the perfect assistant guard to have. The best assistant. I would say that Nembhard is the best assistant guard in basketball. And I didn't look at Garland as an assistant guard, by the way. I feel like Garland is an all-star. But Nembhard, that brother right there, what he does for Halliburton, he makes Halliburton's life easier. You can't blitz Halliburton. You can't press Halliburton because Nembhard is going to take it up. And he's going to run the show. And you can't blitz both of them. And Halliburton can spot up and hit threes. They could play Halliburton like Reggie Miller. Halliburton come around. He's very diverse. He could play off the ball. He could play on the ball. We seen that in Sacramento when he was with Fox. So, yeah, Halliburton and Nembhard, I want to say that it reminded me of Holiday and White, how great they were, but those two are probably like the most seamless like guard combo. Not the best, but like the most take the pressure off the other one out of any other guards, right? So that's just my take on that, y'all. That's just my take on that. Smash that like button. It's very imperative that we get the likes up. And check this out, y'all. We got mugs. Go get yourself a mug, man. We got the Blue and Orange Brunch Show. All right, that's the show that you're on right now. We got mugs. We got the This Week Inside the NYK mugs, okay? And, of course, the Captain 11 mugs and the Bodega Cat. All you got to do is visit the link tree to go check out the mugs that we have in store. And we got all types of merch. Everything that we offer is on the link tree, including the playoff edition of this, the 82-night series. All right, it's on sale pre-order now for a limited time. All right, for a limited time, it will be on sale. All right, we will be back tonight with Knicks Nocturnal. I do appreciate everyone for rocking with me. And until next time, as always, let's go.